561-464-3110. 561-464-3110. Maybe you look in the mirror and you're saying, I don't like what I see lately. I'm gaining a few pounds. Well, you got to lose that weight and stay trim and fit, because when you look good, you'll feel good. Call Coastal Weight Loss Secret today. 561-464-3110. I work with two guys that have been on it for months, and they rave about it, and they love it, and they feel great. And when they get out of bed in the morning, they feel like a winner. So call Coastal Weight Loss Secret at 561-464-3110. I give you winners all year. This is another winner. Coastal Weight Loss Secret. Make it happen today. 561-464-3110. Peace.
Vice President Harris.
They are out of their mind.
Former President Trump.
We have to set the record straight.
Go toe-to-toe in Philly.
The presidential debate.
Listen tonight at 9 Eastern on iHeart's 24/7 News Channel.
Or search debate on the free iHeartRadio app.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
A multi-vehicle crash still blocking the 4 right lanes of northbound I-95 at North Lake Boulevard, causing very heavy delays starting at 45th Street. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2024.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're just like, you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Jimmy.
We haven't had to pull it for quite a while, so we got to lube it up.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Yes, it's a Penthouse on a Fat Tuesday. How are you today, baby? Stand up and take a bow, wow, wow, wow. Hope you're having a good day, and I hope you listen to Rover and his crew. They got you through the morning, maybe with some scrambled eggs and some Rover. We got an Instagram giveaway today. Franny will tell you all about that. It's something different. We're changing it up a little, and you're going to have to get involved with the Instagram. A lot going on Tariq Hill. Another video comes out, so everybody's got an opinion about that. Mr. Rogers comes back, but he really wasn't in his neighborhood. NFL does crush it again with the ratings. Dallas Browns game, ton of people watching. Lot going on. It is Real Radio on a Tuesday. Jimmy is on vacation, but he's back for day 2 and on time again. Hello, Dominic.
Hey, Greek. Hey, Franny.
Hi.
You're doing a good job. You just are. And, of course, it wouldn't be a show without her. She gets best dressed today, by the way, by far. Looking just so nice.
Thanks.
And like a bow of flowers when you walk into a room. You're like, wow, what's that?
A bow of flowers.
I said,
That's a
wow.
new one.
I said, Franny, you look so great. You got a big event or something? She goes, no, I just came to work today.
Yeah, I've worn this dress plenty of times.
And I've always commented on it.
No, you never have.
Okay.
It's a very casual cotton dress, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Well, you look great.
Well, thanks.
I got to be honest. So I'm telling you, when I see somebody that I think looks great, I have to tell them, you look great. So, you look great. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Monday Night Football last night. Mr. Rogers looked okay. Jets defense did not go good. Around 7 o'clock, it was announced that there was going to be a big lineup change. So everybody bet the Jets even more. And the line went down. And what happened? The 49ers smacked them. Kid came off the bench. Mason ran for like 160 yards. Jets defense played bad last night. Really bad. I mean, 8 times in a row the Niners scored, whether it was a field goal or a touchdown. Game went over, so if you had the over, you're happy. But Rodgers did not look bad. He really didn't look bad.
I honestly forgot Monday Night Football was on. I forgot about it. So, so 49ers won is what you're saying.
Yeah, 49ers won. That was also the pivotal game for Greek Gridiron.
Okay, who picked what? You picked 49ers, right?
I had the Niners. The gentleman had the Jets.
So you won this week, the first week of Greek's Gridiron.
Yep.
Thank God. I was worried about that. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. We're still doing a countdown for Dominic going to Vegas. I was seeing all the commercials last night for the UFC.
Yeah, there were a lot.
Oh, my God. It's all over the place now. I saw it. That's going to be so cool. I got to say, it's one thing in a long time that I wouldn't mind seeing. I'm not a big UFC guy, but I wouldn't mind going to the event.
Especially where Dom's going in the Sphere.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
I'm curious. This is going to be the first one at the Sphere, right?
Yeah, ever.
I'm curious how they're going to project it around you.
Yeah, and then how the audience at home is going to be able to see it too.
True.
Because it's going to be different for the person watching on TV.
Yeah. I'm very curious. So I
gonna
mean,
be cool.
obviously, it's probably, but you got to. Is this one going to be on like a pay-per-view kind of thing? You got to purchase to buy it. All right.
Saturday night. They're not big names, like you said, but I don't think they need the big names because of where it's at and the whole big, the excitement, the atmosphere. They were showing some things last night on TV on a 4-letter network, and it was like, wow. Like I said, first thing in a long time I wouldn't mind going to, and I have no interest in the UFC, just seeing the event.
The show is the sphere, is what people were saying.
Yeah. And people even say that with the music. A lot, and there have been a lot of great groups. Our good friend Jason Weiser went to go see Grateful Dead there. He said it was unbelievable, but being there and like all the things the seats do and the music, and it's just got to be unbelievable.
I think coming up is going to be Eagles are doing the next
the Eagles are right after.
Yeah.
Eagles right after that.
They start this month.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got to give you money for a hat before you leave. So what do you think you need for a hat from the Spirit? $200?
Yeah. Easy $60 hat, probably.
You got to send me a picture, though. Say, what do you think? Do you like this or not? But no, it's going to be cool for you. I'm excited. I definitely am. You just have a good time and be careful.
Yep.
How you flying out there? What airline?
I'm flying Delta out there.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, that's a good airline.
Yeah, not bad. You could have went with ETA Jets.
Way better than what we flew. I mean, no knock. Listen, I know that they get some good rap, too, for efficiency and stuff. Well, I don't want to say efficiency. I know that they've gotten some stuff, but, Spirit, we call it the chicken bus of the air.
Oh, you when you're on there, do you get nervous?
Always but they get some love, too. Yeah. I'm never nervous. I've ridden Spirit so many times, but I think we had some of the newer planes this time around. Because the seats were so close together. They were so small.
Oh, really?
They felt like plastic.
Did they really?
Oh, my God, dude. My husband posted a picture on his Facebook. He was like,
he's
God
a
bless
tall
Spirit.
dude.
Oh, yeah. No, his knees, he's crumpled up.
I'm sure.
I still have 5 inches where my knees are. I got plenty of room because I'm a nugget. But he was just like, oh, my God. I've noticed plenty of men who were sitting on the aisle, their legs hanging out the middle. And it's just like, all right, dude. But get it because they're really, really tight seats. And if you want to pay, they have these big plush luxury seats in the front.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 rows of them. So it's not that many.
How much more is that?
You're probably paying, I don't think it's terrible, maybe double.
That's a lot.
Double what the flight would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So I was looking at it. I was like, you know what? I mean, I'm going to start shopping around even more because we didn't even do a carry-on. Because you're allowed a personal item. So that was the smallest I've ever packed in my life.
Yeah.
So,
That's like me this weekend. I'm just taking a personal item.
that was it, a personal
Backpack.
item. For a girl, that's a lot, especially because I had cowboy boots in that bag. I don't know how I did it, but I did.
Cowboy boots.
I did. But... yeah, we made it happen. So because carry-ons a lot of time on Spirit costs more than checking in a bag. So it's crazy the way that they do it. But I was like, all right, I'm going to plan it out and see next time. Because when I was looking at those plush seats and I was reading about it, it's double the price. But you get a check-on, you get a carry-on, you get food and drinks, and you get Wi-Fi.
That's still a lot, double.
Yeah,
So
but you get complimentary food and drinks.
So did they charge you for a carry-on?
But they even charge you to get a soda once you're on there if you're regular flight. They don't give it to you for free. It's like $5.
Everything costs money.
Everything costs money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, I wonder if it makes sense.
I don't want you flying with them anymore. We're going to change things up.
I think headphones cost money.
When did you start making these decisions for me?
I don't want you flying Spirit. They charge you for a Coke, and you got to pay for the Coke?
Yeah.
Headphones, too.
Really? So, headphones, I know they do.
Delta's the only one that gives you headphones that I've noticed.
Because JetBlue charges you for headphones.
Yeah, Delta gives you headphones for sure.
But that's a lot, double. I mean, but it was, for you guys, it wasn't a long flight. What was it, an hour and a half?
It was an hour and a half.
That's
no,
not bad.
I mean, it wasn't. But I mean, when it's still a very uncomfortable hour and a half because you're sitting straight up and the seats really are not comfortable.
Did they go back or no?
No.
Really? Mm-mm. Wow, that's tough.
Yeah, I have a 5-hour nonstop.
Yeah,
that's good.
But you have Delta, so you'll be comfortable, hopefully.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Nonstop's the way to go. You don't want to stop, especially going to Vegas. I mean, because you got to stop someplace, and then you catch a delay there, you're totally screwed. And you can get early flights. I mean, I used to always go Sunday mornings out 7 o'clock out of Lauderdale. That was my thing. I get there, 1 o'clock, but it was really 10. You're at the table, it's 10:05.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's great. But, you'll have a good time. You definitely will. But it is getting a lot of hype. It definitely is. Dana White, everybody's talking about it. If they had big names, forget it. And I can't believe it's the same night as the Canelo fight, which is going to be crazy. There will be a lot of hookers out that weekend. Those two big things. I mean, they're going to be stacked in. They'll be flying in. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Instagram for a giveaway today. Franny will tell you all about that later.
I can tell you now because it's on our Instagram. Give us a follow at Real Radio 921 if you haven't yet. How dare you? But yes, I put it up on our Instagram at Real Radio 921. If you want to follow us on all of our social platforms, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, it is the same thing. But yeah, today we have what is a very, very popular prize. Last time we put this up for we call it Just the Tip. That is Jimmy named that, which I love. It is our Tuesday Instagram post, or I like to say prize, Tuesday Instagram prize. But you go on there, follow the instructions. You'll see the post. We have a pair of tickets to go see Luke Bryan. That is this Thursday night.
Ooh.
All right, this Thursday night, September 12th, I think Financial Amphitheater. I really want to go to this show. It's on a school night, but I may do it.
Yeah, do it.
But plus, not only do you get that, you're also going to score a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill.
Good food
We
here.
just had them last
Yeah,
week.
unbelievable.
I'm a
Really
fan. I've been ordering from them for years now. They're fantastic, but they're celebrating National Euro Day. But this is all month long. They're celebrating National Euro Day, so you can get $5 off any Euro combo every Sunday in September. They said just use promo code 50F. Well, no, it's 5. Excuse me. OFFNGM. And then they said when you order in restaurant or online, they have locations everywhere. Boca, West Palm, Palm Beach Gardens. If you want to check out what they have to offer, go to greatgreekgrill.com. But you're going to get these tickets to Luke Bryan plus a $50 gift card, which can go a long way to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. So make sure you check out our Instagram. Follow all the instructions on the post. And then tomorrow at 10 a.m., we will pick a winner at random. So make sure if you do register for this, you check out your DMs, your direct messages, because that's how we get in touch with you. So don't ignore them, because if you ignore them for a day, guess what? We're probably going to somebody else. So
And make sure your account's public.
Yes. Oh, that's a good call, too.
Thank you, Dominic.
Yep. So 10 o'clock tomorrow. So we got 24 hours, people, to register to win on on Instagram.
Yeah, and they got good rice pudding, too.
You were eating that up. I think I saw you go for like 3 or 4 servings.
It was good. It was
Yeah.
good. I mean, I usually get a Joseph's all the time, but it was here, and I was like, wow. I mean, finding a good rice pudding is like finding a good piece of ass. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Dominic, you can laugh in the phone.
love it.
No, I'm more like shaking my
I need
head.
that audio, though, so to send it to Andrew, if you can keep all of it besides the piece of ass part, that would be
Yep.
great. Thank you.
Take that out. Take it out. I just say the truth. I mean, come on. Jet fans, I know you guys are upset and a little bit last night, but it's one game, so just relax. Rodgers looked a lot better than a lot of people anticipated. They'll fix the defense. They got a game this week they should win. They're playing Tennessee. Dolphins Thursday night, -1. Ooh, could be a big sucking game, so watch that game. Tariq Hill, new video
What
came out.
did you think about the video? I want to ask your opinion.
It's a shame.
It was a body cam video.
Yeah, it is a shame because I think the whole thing could have been avoided on both sides. I think Tariq started it when he didn't really want to, put down his window, and then the cop knocked on his window. I mean, do I think it was excessive force? Yes, after the fact. But I think if you put down his window and just said, "Hey, how can I help you?" Whatever. I don't think it would have went to that level. I think it's a bad situation. Obviously, the other Miami Dolphin, Campbell, came up and he had his hands up. And these are scary situations because the police are every day out there, men and women, risking their lives, and stuff happens all the time. I don't believe that the police officer knew who he was when he took him out of the car. When you have tinted windows, you even said that yesterday. A lot of people have said that. Cops roll up. They don't know what you have in the car, what's going on. It's unfortunate. The whole thing is unfortunate for Tariq. He's also lucky he didn't get injured. I mean, because they threw him down that one time, and he was like, hey, he's not a big guy.
I think things were done wrong on both ends,
Yeah.
right? But I do believe there was excessive force done. But, hearing that from what he said, that he gave him the utmost respect and this and that, and then I think it showed something a little bit different on the video.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's either way, it's not a good look.
I mean, the protocol is when you get pulled over, you roll down your window, you wait for the officer to come over, and this is my opinion. You put your hands on the wheel. Hi, officer, did I do something wrong? Or, I'll tell you. Because they usually say to you, do you know why I'm pulling you over? I mean, that's what they normally say. And then you respond, and that's it. And they say license and registration. You hand it to them. They don't pull people out of the car. But if it was me, Franny, or you, and we got, and I said this, I just got pulled over 2 weeks ago. If I had my tinted windows up and I had him crack down a little, he's going to say, put down your window. Mm-hmm. To anybody. I mean, again, and I don't think that the officer knew who it was. I mean, the sidewalk is very hot, by the way, where they threw him down. People are talking about that. But it's a video that's going to go viral. Everybody's throwing it throughout the country. You hear it on all the stations. It's obviously not a great situation for the police. But, the main thing is that he didn't get hurt. But things escalate in all areas. I mean, when you're dealing with the law, you got to respect them. I think Tariq did some things in the very beginning wrong, but I think the amount of force that they used was too much. And there was a lot of cops there, too. There was 5-6 cops with one person. He wasn't putting up any, push away or like
fight,
that.
Yeah.
So it's going to suck. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a big case. These cops are probably going to, have to listen to it and hear it. Maybe get suspended.
They're investigating.
Yeah, but it wasn't a good thing. Now, and the one thing Tariq didn't do, he didn't say, hey, you know who I am? I'm Tariq Hill. I play for the Dolphins. I'm going to the game. He didn't say that at all. But, yeah, I think it escalated really bad. And you think about any time that's why when you are dealing with the police, you should respect them, do what they tell you, and just try to move on. Because you never know. One thing could just, spur into the other. The gentleman, when he pulled me over, he said, look, there was a guy behind me who beeped his horn really loud. And the light was yellow. So when he beeped his horn, I made the move because I thought he was going to ram into me. The cop saw it. He said to me, I could have went after him, but I chose you. I mean, it's just,
And I know, and I understand, and you keep on bringing up this time, when you got pulled over, and it is unfortunate, but you could have been like, I'm obeying the law and I'm not going just because the guy honked the horn at you.
I thought he was going to ram me.
Got pulled over. I mean, was he moving forward, or did he just put his horn?
No, he's right on me.
Yeah.
And then the cop was behind him, and that's when he said, I could have pulled him over. I chose you.
Yeah.
I said, it's my lucky day.
You also drive a nice car, so he could have picked you for that.
But that's the thing. Did the guy go too behind you, or no? Or did he end up stopping at the light?
No, he went too.
So he went too?
Yeah.
So he ran more of a red light than you did.
Yeah, and that's what I said to him. But then I pulled into the bank, so I was getting out of my car. I didn't know anything at the time, so I was already out of my car, you know what I mean? And then I got back in, and then the cop and I were talking. And he was like, have a blessed day. I said, you too, officer. Peace. Things happen. But if I was a wise ass, I mean, it's going to escalate. I don't care what anybody says. They're not going to – you go to a club, a restaurant, anywhere, if you start mounting off, they're going to be like, we're doing this. I mean, it's not good. But do I think they use, back to your question, excessive force? Yes, I do. There's no doubt about it. And that sucks for him. He's lucky he didn't get injured. Like something happened where, his hand or his knee or his shoulder. I mean, that would have been really bad.
Yeah.
Then that would have been a super big problem. And then he would have sued them and then for lost wages. And it would just really escalated. But the moral of the story is be respectful. I mean, that's what you have to do. The police are there. They bust their ass every day. The men and women out there, and you got to respect them. But I think it was a situation we're watching right now on TV that should have been avoided.
I know. I see DirecTV. They kiss and make up with ESPN and Disney.
No, I don't know how we're getting this.
No, we have to because we have DirecTV and ESPN's on. So did they kiss and make up? Looks like it.
No, they still didn't make a deal. I don't know how this is.
Wait, we have Comcast, I believe, too.
Oh, I thought we had you. I thought you were saying we had Direct.
No, we don't.
That's why we didn't have it on. You said last week.
No, I don't know what happened last week.
Because we didn't have it. We didn't have it.
Yeah, last week we lost it for a week.
Yeah, we didn't have ESPN for.
I mean, you never know when you walk in here. You never know.
You never know.
You don't know what you're gonna get. I was trying to record commercials, not working. You just don't know.
We have a very nice atmosphere in here today. We have a candle lit, by the way. Franny looks very nice. We're hanging out. Dom's in the house. His countdown to Vegas. Trying to find out his room so I can send him a box of chocolates when he's out there.
Oh, no.
It's like, what kind of chocolates?
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. This girl's smoking hot on First Take. We'll be back in a few minutes. By the way, we're going to come back with Trifecta, and then also we're going to come back this day in history. And then Franny has a scenario about am I a jerk, and is America where the most cheaters are? I'm a little appalled about that. We're going to have to check the numbers. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Let's work in Big Al, who has a dispatch about the Chimp Crazy show.
Sean, it is sad. Call me a wussy if you want, but at least I have a heart and I don't laugh at my girlfriend when she cries. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thanks, wussy.
The news junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
We're less than 2 weeks away from our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Stream only on Hulu.
Get tickets while you still can now at AXS.com.
This year, you can be there to witness all of the incredible once-in-a-lifetime performances live and in person. Buy your iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets now, starting at just $55 plus taxes and fees at AXS.com.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
A multi-vehicle crash still blocking the 4 right lanes of northbound I-95 at North Lake Boulevard, causing very heavy delays starting at 45th Street. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness. Every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's and Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace.
Recovery from addiction can take many forms, and quite often, it's a team effort. For those in recovery, having support often leads to a better outcome. And for those supporting people in recovery, they celebrate every milestone. Here's to family, friends, loved ones, healthcare providers, and community groups who are essential to helping people find their path to recovery. If you or someone you know is experiencing addiction, visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose to learn more about the various treatment options available.
When I say Mo Better Garage has the largest selection of garage doors, it doesn't mean a warehouse full of crappy old doors we're trying to unload. We don't just go to the stockroom and grab something off the shelf that sort of fits. You're not buying a polyester suit off the rack over here. If we're going to help you find a gorgeous modern garage door that complements the architecture of your home, I think you deserve better than just a large, medium, or small. At Mo Better Garage, our direct supplier relationships with the best manufacturers means every garage door we install is actually a custom job. Our technicians measure your home precisely to manufacture a door exactly for your space. And we work with you to pick the color, design, and materials to get you the door that's perfect for you. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. Custom nice.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
High five. Up top. Heck yeah.
Dave's company just got the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business.
Yeah, 5 years.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
High five for gig speed.
5 years of advanced security.
Security win.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Our rate ain't changing.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
There it is.
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Woohoo!
Now he's got savings.
I'm so excited.
Yep, Dave's feeling it. But it's only for a limited time, so don't wait. Switch today and ask how to get the first ever 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Powering 5 years of savings. Powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Ends 9/22/24. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do
Let's play something, Grandma.
became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
Wendy's breakfast burrito is everything you want for breakfast. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, bacon, or sausage, all rolled up into one warm tortilla. Want the boss of breakfast burritos? Gotta be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are going to be partly cloudy as we continue to move through our Tuesday morning. Temperatures are starting to head up into the 80s out there. Highs are back near 90 later today. Feeling close, though, to 100 when you factor in the humidity. A few more scattered thunderstorms are going to be returning as we head into the later part of our day. Some once again lingering into the evening. Heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat.
This report is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan Injury Law Firm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It's the political heavyweight event.
We like a good fight.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump.
Here, we're going to have some fun, right?
Lace their purple gloves and go for the knockout punch.
You know, when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for.
Which candidate will deliver?
I look forward to that debate.
Listen tonight right here or on iHeart's 24/7 News channel. Just search Debate on the free iHeartRadio app.
The Penthouse is brought to you by Joseph's Classic Market.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in to Real Radio. R&R, baby. Big Instagram giveaway for a big concert September 14th. Franny will tell you about that in a little while. We just gave you the first hint. We'll give you another one. But a lot going on a Tuesday. Jimmy's on vacation. Dominic's in the house.
Hey, Franny.
Hey, Tom.
You got jokes?
They're funny.
You got jokes? Love you, Dom. Bring it, baby. Bring it. Franny's here.
Hey, what's up?
And it's time for a trifecta in this day in history.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, there was a football game last night, and the Jets played, and the hype was there, baby. It was all jacked up. People were excited to see Mr. Rogers back in his neighborhood. He looked okay. He didn't look bad. He didn't look great. He looked okay. but the Jets defense played bad. 49ers, their star running back was out. So what did the whole world do? They bet the Jets. And why does every time you go to Vegas, you see more granite than is in the Vatican? Because people lose. People, if you're going to bet one way, stick with that way. This kid came off the bench last night from Georgia Tech. Mason, he ran for 160 yards. They scored 8 straight times. Jets are 0-1, but guess what? They're going to bounce back on Sunday against the Tennessee Titans. AP 25 came out in college football. No surprise. Georgia's number 1. Franny went to the game. They reached out to her last night. They wanted her to go
They
to
said thank you for coming. That's why we were.
That's what they said.
How'd you know? You read my text message?
Yeah, I
All right.
shouldn't really read it, but I was so excited for you.
Yeah.
They want her to go to the rest of the games, the rest of the season. But Georgia's number 1. There's no doubt about it. They are a very good team. And you know what? That kid might win the Heisman. A couple guys you got to see on the Heisman. The Heisman odds are.
Beck.
Yeah, he's good. He really is. If they stay undefeated, I think there's a chance. The kid from Miami's got a chance too. Kid from Texas. Texas is number 2. Ohio State's 3, and Mississippi is 4. Also, Winston, who plays, Watson, who plays for the Browns, he's got some problems.
He does.
He's getting sued again by a woman, and this is really big because in his contract, if something comes up, he could get that contract voided, and he could lose that $200 million. Now, this is another woman who's come out recently and is suing him. We'll see what happens. Obviously, it's got to go to court, and we'll see all the things that happen. But this just broke yesterday, and I know that was in his contract if something else comes out. He's not playing well. He hasn't played well in the last 2 years. So we'll see what happens with this. But this isn't a good thing for him where another woman is coming out suing him. He had that problem a couple of years ago where he had all those cases. He resolved them all. But, yeah, not a good situation for him, and he has just not lived up to that $200 million. There's no doubt about it. I don't think any of the quarterbacks who signed really are. Quarterback play was bad the first week. 31 touchdown passes week 1. Last year, 66. So a lot of quarterbacks did not play well. And Tua didn't either. He didn't have a great game. He just didn't. Miami pulled it out, and they played Thursday night against the Buffalo Bills. And that is your first trifecta. Now over Franny for this day in history.
On this day in history.
Alrighty. Well, as Jimmy would say, let's go back in the way, way back machine as we hop in our time machine for September 10th, this day in history. 1846, American inventor Elias Howe was granted a patent for his sewing machine, which revolutionized garment manufacture in the factory and, of course, in the home. That is one thing I wish I knew how to do better, was sew. I did it. I did it in home economics.
Sure.
I did it in home economics, and I think I can kind of pull it off. But my girlfriend is amazing at it. Like, she can create her own clothing, and I always give her my stuff. I'm like, here, hem this for me. Yeah, I wish I was better because I'm a nugget, and everything is so long on me. I wish I could hem. Anyways, 1913, Lincoln Highway opens as the first paved coast-to-coast highway across the United States. Then in 1922, the New York Yankees play their farewell home games in the Polo Grounds. They win both games of doubleheaders against Philadelphia Athletics back in the day, and then they moved to the Yankee Stadium the following season. 1945, we've heard about him. Mike, the headless chicken, was decapitated in Fruita, Colorado, but survived for another 18 months
right ahead
before choking to death.
Wow.
Choked to death. Yeah, we talked about this. I brought it up in Fun Facts before, but yeah, that was 1945. 18 months without a head. 1955.
What a pain in the ass that must have been.
1950. Well, that's what I'm saying. He was choked. So obviously, they're like feeding him like through his neck hole or something. He was eating somehow, right?
Well, he never had to do his hair. That's a good thing.
1955. The TV show Gunsmoke premiered on CBS TV. We got 1984. Alex Trebek debuted as the host of Jeopardy! 1988, by winning the U.S. Open, Steffi Graf completed the Grand Slam of tennis. She was the first woman to accomplish this feat since Margaret Court back in 1970. 1989, 5 days after hitting a home run for Yankees in a 12-2 win over the Mariners, MLB and NFL player Deion Sanders returns a punt 68 yards for a touchdown, which they said was his first. 1991, rock band Nirvana releases their single, Smells Like Teen Spirit. They say often dubbed the anthem of Generation X. Let's see, 1993. The X-Files, created by Chris Carter, starring David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson debuted on Fox in 1993. Then we have 1997. Mark McGwire joins Babe Ruth as the only players to hit 50 home runs in 2 consecutive years. 1998. 4 tourists who paid $32,500 each were taken in a tiny submarine to view the wreckage of the Titanic 2.5 miles below the ocean surface. 2000, then they, I believe, made it, not like the other crew. 2000, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh, God.
Musical. Well, the guys, aren't they doing it again? Aren't they like...
They're thinking about it.
Yeah.
They're just people with millions of dollars who have nothing to do with their time.
It is really stupid amount of money these people pay to go down there.
It's crazy.
But this $32,500 sounds like a steal compared to what they pay now, right?
Not if you lose your life.
True. 2000, Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical Cats closed after 7,485 performances. It was the longest running show on Broadway until it was surpassed by his Phantom of the Opera back in 2006. 2008, the Large Hadron Collider at CERN, described as the biggest scientific experiment in the history of mankind, was powered up in Geneva, Switzerland. And there you go. Those are things that happened September 10th, this day in history.
Thank you so much, Franny. Great job. We do it once a show to reflect on the day we're in. If you have something that you want to bring up or add, you always can. You can call us at 877-927-6969. Also, you can text us at Real Radio 47142. The footage came out. Body cam of tree kill situation. If you have an opinion on that, you can give us a call on that. But Franny, I know you have a scenario, Am I a Jerk, which we do once in a while. And let's get into that. And then also find out why people are cheating in the USA, because it's bothering me.
Yeah, we will get in that. I do have a text really quick at 47142. Started off with Real Radio. It makes me go, sorry. Let's see. The big thing with Tyreek Hill is that you can clearly hear him saying, "I have to stand. I just had knee surgery," to the officer right before they basically knocked him down. So we have that there. 47142. Then somebody else commented, they said, so Franny will go out on a school day to go see Luke Bryan, but she would not go on a school day to see the Miami Dolphins. Well, first of all, I don't recall me ever saying I would never go see the Miami Dolphins on a school day. But second of all, yes, going to see Luke Bryan is only 15 minutes away. Going to see the Miami Dolphins is over an hour away. And I don't know if I'm going to go see Luke Bryan because it is a school night, but yeah.
Do whatever you like.
I will. All right. That's what I'm saying. Basically, I'll do what I want.
Yeah,
you can always participate. 47142 started off with Real Radio. No, sorry, G-Man. I just have to, our computer system makes us always log back into.
Okay.
I have to put a code and then I'll be right with you.
All right. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you guys want to get involved in the show. If you have an opinion on anything, find out. One of the questions of yesterday, I was out last night, of course. People came up to me and said, yes, Dominic should get a lady of the night, but he's reluctant to do it. He doesn't want to do it.
Well, yeah, you're asking your friends.
Yeah. What crowd are we asking here? The cigar lounge?
His crew, yeah.
Yep.
So are you saying my friends are...
Birds of a feather. That's all I'm saying.
That doesn't mean that. I hang with a lot
They're
of
all
people.
retired bookies and stuff like that, probably.
Birds of a feather flock together.
First of all, that is a shot on me and my friends, which I find highly offensive.
Do you?
Yes. A lot of my friends are all businessmen who do very, very well and make serious money and contribute to society.
Bookies do well.
So do loan sharks. You'd be surprised, the people that I roll.
What's the difference?
I'm just saying. I think shot at my friends and they're offended.
What's the difference between loan sharks and bookies?
Two different things. One's lending money, one's taking bets.
Okay.
A little different.
Got it. I was just wondering.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Okay. I didn't know if
one's extortion sometimes.
All right. So yes, we have an Am I the Jerk situation, and I want to know your opinion on it, and you can always have your opinion with us, 47142. Best way to do it right now, unless you call us at 877-927-6969, because without Jimmy, we don't have his email available. We also don't have the talkback feature, but if you want, you can always email me, Franny at realradio921.com. But we have this Am I the Jerk situation, and G-Man and Dom, I want to know your opinion. And of course, I want to know your opinion. And so this is how it starts. It says, my wife was cheating on me for over 12 years.
Are you kidding me?
With her coworker.
That's terrible.
And her other coworker knew the whole time. So when I found out about the affair and that a couple of her coworkers knew, I told her that if I ever saw them again, I would go off on them. But in particular, her friend Jamie, because we were actually friends. Or so I thought. So my wife got upset at me and told me that, hey, I couldn't talk to her friend like that because she was just being a good friend. So I told her that I don't even want to hear or see this Jamie person again. And then this is a am I the jerk situation. But he also says, for clarification, which I think we could assume, for why we're still together, she asked for forgiveness, has apologized countless times. This is real, and we're both in therapy as well as marriage counseling. We have 3 kids together. My daughter's young. I'm staying for my children. Have seen what divorce does to families, in particular my wife's, and I'm not going to put my children through that. So as long as I can create with my wife a loving, stable environment for my children, I will stay. If she cannot, then she'll have to leave. So basically, there's, this is all still very new to him. Divorce could still be in the picture, but as of now, he's choosing to stay. But the reason he is asking, am I the jerk, is saying like, hey, I'm mad at your friends. I don't ever want to see or hear from them again. And she's upset about that because they knew the whole time that she was cheating. So is he the jerk in this situation?
Well, you can't blame the friends. The friends are loyal. Just like you and I are friends. I'm loyal to you.
But in the thought, he was like, I thought we were friends too, with this one in particular.
I mean,
they're always going to pick sides, right?
Yeah, everybody's going to pick sides, but you're not going to dime out your friend that you work with that she's banging somebody 12 years. And, dude, what the hell were you on? A coma?
For 12 years.
12 years. I can see 6 months.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Forgiveness. She better ask for more than forgiveness. And I understand they have 3 children. God bless. They're going to stay together. They want to try to work it out. Everything happens. I talked about it. One of my good friends is marrying his ex-wife after 10 years. But you can't be mad at the friends in that scenario. If you're mad at anybody, you're mad at the person who betrayed you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody always does that. They want to go after the guy or the girl. You go after the person that you have the commitment to. The other people. Now, if the person...
Well, no, I mean, that is the first person you go to.
Yeah.
Is the one who betrayed you, like you said. It is. But also, there's still a little something there if the person they were cheating on you with knew that you were married and had children and all that stuff, too. Like, there is
they're
still,
wrong, too.
They're very wrong, but like you said, ultimately, it is your partner.
Yeah, of course, but people don't care, man. It's not Paramount Lot Sick. If somebody says, I want to bang you, they don't care. You got kids? Good. Married? Good. I don't care. You meet me? I'll meet there. I mean, they don't really care. But, I mean, for him to be mad at the friend, I can see him saying he doesn't want the friend around. That I could see. Like, hey, I don't want her at the house. I'm embarrassed. You guys knew. But I wouldn't be mad at them, but I'd just be like, you know what? No more of them coming over and we're playing Twister. We ain't doing that anymore because I'm embarrassed and she knew and she could have told me. But if she told her, the other person too, like if you tell somebody, we've all been down that road, you're blowing a friendship and you could blow a marriage. I mean, and that's a big thing. And 12 years, like, are you kidding me? That's a long time. I mean, I don't know. If I found out somebody was cheating on me 12 years, we might have to rearrange some furniture. To be honest with you. I mean, that's a long time, 12 years. And you didn't, but you can't be mad at the friend. You just can't be mad at the friend. The friend didn't have anything to do with it. It's your wife. I mean, I wonder how he actually found out it was 12 years. I might have shaved off a couple of years. So I'm like, 5 or 6. 12. That's a long time. So,
right? I mean, you could have even said it was like 2 years.
Yeah, like 12.
12 years. I guess at the point where you find out, maybe just... I'm assuming she just became very honest. And she was like, this is what's been going on. This is how long it's been going on. But you're right. 12 years is insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's
how do you
long.
hide something that long?
Yeah, and you don't even know.
On both ends. How do you hide something and how do you not know about something?
It's crazy. But again, I don't think he should be... I understand his point not to want her over the house. Yes, but he can't be mad at her. I mean, that's it. And the other
he can be mad if he wants
to.
to.
Sure. But
he can do what he wants. He can have his feelings.
Of course. You can have your feelings about anything, but I don't think that the other friend was going to dime out the other friend. I mean, you're not going to do that. If you become friends with somebody, you're like, you know what? I might have talked to my friend and be like, dude, what are you doing? Stop cheating. You know what? I don't want to be in this scenario. I don't ever want to be in that scenario. People.
I don't either. I've been in that scenario. I've never told the person's husband or partner or whatever because I'm very good friends with who it's happened with.
Sucks.
But I hated that I knew.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, why? I don't want to know this information.
Yeah.
And, And even seeing it with my very own eyes, that her and, I don't know, what do you call him? Is it a mister? Instead of a mistress? Like,
He's not a gourmand.
I was very uncomfortable, seeing that, but it's not my place. And so, I don't know. I just don't like being in that situation.
Because you lose some relationship.
Oh, of course.
The person's either pissed at you, you're friends with, or the new person. And then
the friend's definitely pissed.
And then your name gets mentioned. This isn't like I heard. He's going to be like, oh, you know what Franny told me? Like, what's going on? And, do I have to worry about it? So it sucks all around. But your point is correct. You could be mad at anybody, but his wife, I don't know, man, 12 years is a long time. I mean, I don't know. Domster, what do you think in your little mind over there, Generation X?
Yeah, 12 years is a long time. But I can see the reason why he's staying together is probably for the kids only, but that's the only reason. Yep.
It is noble, but
he's
like
a great
I said,
father.
I mean, as he mentioned, if he doesn't see any difference, because sometimes putting the kids in kind of a toxic atmosphere, it's better off if you separate. But if they really are working on it and things and the kids don't see all the fighting or whatever the case may be, then I know it's happened. People have cheated and they've worked on it. So
but
I know it's possible.
Yeah, it is possible. But the whole thing, like, I'm going out for an hour. Like, maybe I'm going to public.
Oh, you're never going to trust her again.
I mean, you want to talk about, like, FaceTime Live.
They're definitely sharing locations.
Oh, yeah. Yep. My buddy does that. Last night I was with him. He shares location with his girlfriend. And, like, I mean, he's, like, watching her, talking to me. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's like, he goes, you know, we had some problems in the beginning. He goes,
to me, I wouldn't want to be in that.
That's what I said. He goes, would it bother you, Greek, if somebody had your location? Yeah, it would bother me. Of course.
And not just that, it just sounds like a pain in the ass to have to follow them and see where they're at all times.
Like he
that
knew the
doesn't
exact
sound like
light.
a good relationship.
What lights he was at, this and that. I'm like, man, no, I can't do it. Different scenario. If you guys have an opinion, let us know. Dom, I know you said you have somebody on hold.
No, they actually hang up.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Sorry we couldn't get to you.
Sorry, I think we talked too much.
But we get paid to do that, believe it or not. No, it's just 12 years. You know, it's ironic. They're only together 11. 15, 12 years. That is a long time. Speaking of cheating, I know you have something else about the USA. They got a lot of cheaters. This bothers me.
Yeah,
oh, God.
we're number one. So, yeah, according to a study that was done, it does look like that infidelity is it's pretty common here in the U.S. In fact, that we are, with the study, we have the most cheaters in here. This was Techopedia who did the study. And, you know, if you're curious about why people cheat and where they're unfaithful the most, the new report offers insight into all things adultery related. So they said it analyzed all available data on infidelity to create a deep dive into this secretive world of cheaters. Now, is it that secretive when you have websites like Ashley Madison?
Yeah.
But they said the study covers a ton of information. These are some of the highlights. The country with the highest rate of cheating is the U.S., as I mentioned, with 71% of people surveyed admitting to being unfaithful at one point or another.
That's high.
71%, right?
That's high.
Germany, close second, 68%, and then it's the UK right behind at 66%. So the top states for infidelity, Texas, Alabama,
Roll Tide.
Nebraska.
Get some corn.
Yep, they said, according to research, this place is called Solitaire Bliss, while data from Ashley Madison revealed, so that was from Solitaire Bliss, those states. Ashley Madison reveals Columbus, Ohio, and 2 Florida cities, Miami and Orlando, have the highest rates of unfaithful partners. That's Ashley Madison's information.
Not surprised about that.
Yeah. So they
Not
say,
surprised.
No.
yeah. They say overall, 64% of people in monogamous relationships admit to cheating.
Wow, that's a high number.
Compared to 21% of married people. All right, so that's just you're not married, but you're in a
supposed to be
committed
together.
relationship, not married though.
Yeah, supposed to be committed.
More men than women confess to cheating. Shocker. Just kidding.
Who they cheating with?
I'm kidding.
Who are they cheating with? I love this scenario.
I know, but who are they cheating with? But that person isn't cheating.
I know, but everybody always says the guys are the douchebags. The girls are bad too.
Kidding. Calm down.
Whatever.
23% of men versus 19% of women. It's the stats. It's a study here, dude. People in certain professions tend to have more affairs.
Oh, people with
For
money.
men, it's not. For
Really?
men, people in trades, carpenters, plumbers, electricians, IT.
Well, they meet girls every day. They walk into somebody's
But
house.
it's not what you thought. It's not the
I would
rich
say,
dudes.
because I think guys with money have more means.
For women, it's women in medical and education. Nurses and teachers and stuff like that, doctors. So who are people cheating with 40% of women and 33% of men? It's with a friend, while 33% of women and 29% of men say it's affairs with coworkers. They say the top reasons to cheat include self-esteem issues, a lack of love in their primary relationships, being unhappy and not sexually satisfied. I think those are kind of like given, right?
Common.
And they said, well, what counts as cheating? And we've always talked about this, the definition.
Yeah.
I know me and Greek are on different levels when it happens to this.
I'm very strict about it. Franny's
You
not.
are not. I am the one that are. You're like, "Bleh." Yeah. The definition varies depending on who you ask, right? Well, many consider sex cheating.
Yeah, it is. That's cheating.
I'm with you on that.
Okay, thank you.
But I love this. All right, many do. But 18.6% of men in Europe
Yeah.
And only 3% of American men don't consider it cheating. But the fact that there's still 3% of men here in our country, but 18.6 are like, that's not cheating. Sex.
Yep.
I can't even defend that.
That's crazy. 43.5% of American women consider going out as friends as a form of cheating.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't either. And half of them view holding hands as cheating. Yeah, you shouldn't be holding somebody's hand that's not your partner. But going out as friends,
See, we think alike.
Not really.
Don't shake your head.
91% of women confessed to emotional cheating, right? More so than men. Men only at 77%.
But that's so deep, like the emotional cheating. Like I mean, how do you really?
Like maybe not physical, but you're telling them everything. You're texting them all the time. I mean, it's just I don't know. I think emotional cheating can definitely be a thing. Sometimes, yeah, sex that's the ultimate, right? But I think if you have a closer relationship with somebody and you tell them more things that's going on in your life. And even with emotional cheating, I think that there can be a lot of flirtation there and stuff. I'm mad if I don't know about it. To me, that's cheating. If you're texting or if you're calling or if you're going or talking to somebody behind my back.
Well, if it's behind your back, yes, obviously. Yeah. And I've heard girls say they'd rather have a guy cheat with a girl one night than have that.
Like an emotional relationship.
6 months, a year. They're talking 3 times a day. They're texting, all that stuff.
But this is the best. So after having an affair, this is the one where you're going to love the part where less women actually regret it more than men.
Ah! I knew it.
57% of women regret it. 71% of men regretted what they did.
Yeah, because the men got to pay. Because they're getting divorced. They're thrown out.
That's right. You're right. But 67% of men and only 53% of women who cheated on their spouse did it more than once.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like anything else.
So the guys regret it. They're like, I'm still going to do it again.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. I bait out my ass, but it's worth it.
Still going to do it again.
I mean, again, when you're married or you're in a committed relationship, that's what it means. You're in a committed relationship. If you don't want that, then don't get married or don't be in there. But again, I think the numbers are both sides. I always say the men are whatever and the women are cheating with them. So it's doing it. Like the 12-year thing, that's what blows my mind sometimes when I talk to people about their lives. Not that they cheated, but the length of time. Like one of my friends was telling me somebody like 6 years. I'm like, 6 years? Like that is so long. I mean, and, just to do it that long. But everybody's different. If you got a good story about it, and what do you deem cheating? Let us know. I'm a little strict on this. Franny's a little loose, but I'm tough about it. I'm like, sex is cheating. She's like, It is. I can't defend that. You're banging somebody, you're cheating. Holding hands, that's wrong. Kissing somebody, friendly, that's it. See, going out, though, I don't know if you're a friend, but if there's intentions there, like that you like the person, then, there's some form of cheating. Because I think anytime you spend time with somebody, you have to like them somewhat. Hence, Franny and I never go out.
Yep, exactly. Point proven.
Except paid gigs. It is the Penthouse. It is a Tuesday. I hope you're having a good day. Big week, baby. Let's rock and roll. We're going to come back with some Florida stories and so much more. Peace.
The fine woman in your smart speaker knows what you need.
Really?
Don't ask how. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Crews working on an earlier multi-vehicle crash, including a box truck still blocking 4 right lanes in northbound 95 approaching North Lake Boulevard. You'll hit the brakes at 45th Street. Spot something on the roads? Call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year, Labor Day sale. Save up to $900 on select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Sealy. Plus, get up to a $300 instant gift for pillows and more.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play
something, Grandma.
Became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, it's Greek. Tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
Hi there. I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah. I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. Little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
When a hurricane hits, it's best to be prepared. That's why for the past 28 years, StormSmart has over 100,000 Florida product installations. Our innovative storm catcher screens and aluminum shutters are designed and manufactured here in Florida. Along with impact windows and doors, StormSmart can protect every opening of your home. At StormSmart, we take pride in living and working in the same communities we serve, because smart is going with a proven and trusted solution. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Dr. Ryan Green, sharing a weight loss discovery.
You've heard of those weight loss injections that produce shocking results, right? If your goal is to lose weight, a group of doctors created a remarkable weight loss supplement called Lean, and it's very encouraging. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to help maintain healthy glucose levels, help burn fat by converting fat into energy, and reduce appetite so you eat less. Lean could be the weight loss answer you've been searching for.
Visit TakeLean.com, promo code radio. That's TakeLean.com, promo code radio.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market. Whether it's prepared foods, meats, seafood, pizza, fruits and vegetables, catering for any occasion, cold cuts or bakery, Joseph is the answer. It's all under that roof, baby. 4 locations: West Palm Beach, Delray, Gardens, and Boca Raton. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin. Joseph's Classic Market is a proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron 2024. Peace.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are going to be partly cloudy as we continue to move through our Tuesday morning. Temperatures are starting to head up into the 80s out there. Highs are back near 90 later today. Feeling close, though, to 100 when you factor in the humidity. A few more scattered thunderstorms are going to be returning as we head into the later part of our day. Some once again lingering into the evening. Heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows to start fall projects, you need reliable outdoor power equipment from Ego. Get your choice of a select 56-volt blower or chainsaw for $249. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 10/2 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Item number 520-7558 and item number 435-4078.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Strike's Cigar Lounge.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, welcome back into the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Thank you so much for tuning in, 92.1 and 101.7, or, of course, anywhere around the world on that absolutely free iHeart Radio app. And speaking of Real Radio, give us a follow, Real Radio 921 on Instagram, because that is how you can win today's prize. We're not doing a call-in giveaway. It is 100% on our Instagram at Real Radio 921. And we got a pair of tickets to go see Luke Bryan. That show is this Thursday, September 12th, I think Financial Amphitheater. On top of that, you're going to score a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. They got a bunch of locations, Boca, West Palm, Palm Beach Gardens. You can see all they have to offer. Go ahead and take a sneak peek of that menu. That's thegreatgreekgrill.com. And, of course, just hit us up on our Instagram. You'll see it's just the tip Tuesday Instagram post. We have all the instructions on what you have to do, and you got to follow them to a T in order to be in the running. And then tomorrow at 10 a.m., we will pick a winner, and we will get in touch with you through your direct messages on Instagram. This is Franny. Good morning. Good morning, Dom.
Good morning, Franny. Someone was missing, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, what's up? Good morning, G-Man.
Dom, I like you.
It happens.
You're a nice guy. Don't ever go against me.
It happens.
I was talking to management.
You eventually get used to it. Don't worry.
No, I just he yells at me for not saying hi to him, but he wasn't there this time.
I didn't say anything about not saying hi to me. Now you still bitching. We're going back to Franny, who looks great today and is the diamond of this show every day. Some Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida?
WTF.
What the Florida?
We got a bunch of, unfortunately, things attacking dogs, including a Florida man, and then we have a situation with an alligator. But yeah, this guy's pretty loco. There is a Florida man that's happened around Punta Gorda area, and they said via the Facebook, the Facebook, I called it the Facebook, Matthew Mead. It's never too smart to threaten police officers on your Facebook account where everybody can see it. It's just not smart. So that's exactly what he did. He was arrested for attacking a police dog and using Facebook to threaten law enforcement. That's the Charlotte County Sheriffs. They said he requested to speak with a sergeant to make sure law enforcement was on the same page as me, he said, to ensure he wouldn't be pulled over for a suspended license. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're good here? I don't want you guys to have to look this up.
He told the sergeant that deputies had 2 seconds to step away from his vehicle before he would fire a bullet through his door, according to the reports. They said, but no deputies were there. They're like, what the hell's going on? So the suspect then warned authorities. This is he's going on messaging this stuff. Like he's in action in his car. It's very weird. A suspect then warned authorities that the next deputy to pull him over would get shot. After expressing his extreme discontent with law enforcement, they said following several traffic infractions that he had before. The citations, of course, added fuel to his hatred for authorities. During a call, officials said Meade made a post on Facebook tagging the sheriff's office. Not only did he tag them at Charlotte County Sheriff's Office.
In case you guys missed it.
He said, it's official. Extortion is going to meet bullets.
Wow.
F that driver's license. Warning to pigs. Make contact. Get shot.
Oh. This guy's definitely not playing with a full deck.
Nope.
He also told the sergeant he would live free or die, even if it meant losing his life in the process, over traffic infractions.
Crazy.
What the heck is wrong with this guy?
He's definitely...
They said on the next evening after all these deputies attempted to pull him over outside of his home, but he wouldn't stop. So they blew out his front right tires using the stop sticks. Police dog was sent to his vehicle to detain him following a series of failed stun gun attempts too. This guy is not stopping.
I was going to say, stun guns
When he began striking the dog, they said with the chair, I'm like, where does he get that from? They said he grabbed the dog's collar and harness, putting him in a headlock. That dog is a cop too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's when deputies, they said he refused to release the animal, then eventually walked the dog towards the officials before letting him go, thank goodness. He then told deputies he committed those crimes because he wanted to be left alone. Well, it doesn't work like that.
No.
He was arrested on charges of using a deadly weapon on a police dog, causing bodily harm to a police dog, sending a written threat to kill, and violating a domestic violence injunction for the possession of firearm or ammo. And now he's hanging out at the Charlotte County Jail. But yeah, they also wanted to let you know, like, they know who this guy is. They've had previous run-ins with him. They said he has threatened authorities with statements about having shootouts if a cop showed up, blowing their faces off, and reference to blaming deputies after for getting him fired. This guy's a very much loose cannon.
Yep, no
The reason
doubt.
why he got fired is because deputies found him to be in possession of marijuana, and I guess after his arrest, he got fired from his job, so...
Definitely.
Yeah, you should be careful with that guy.
Yeah, that's not great.
All those threats. Yeah, you should definitely be careful with him. And then, man, we always say it. If you're around a body of water, just be careful walking close to it, especially if you're walking your dog. And unfortunately, this is what happened with an 84-year-old woman walking her dog near a pond. And you just got to assume, even if you don't see them, that there's gators in there. So they said she will be okay, but she did have significant injuries. So this was North Fort Myers. The gator was like a little over 7 feet, bit the woman on her right leg. The woman also sustained injuries to her arm and one on her wrist. She was hospitalized. They said her condition is unknown, but they said that hopefully she will be okay. She was walking her dog, which was uninjured. The dog was.
So the dog didn't get hurt. Thank God.
Yeah, they said thank goodness. But the dog, dogs initially do go after her. It was little tiny, and then that's what happens. They said after the bite from the reptile, a nuisance alligator trapper did find the animal and humanely euthanized it. But they do say alligators, I know it doesn't happen as often, I feel, because I do with the Florida, we hear them a lot, but they say that they're rare, alligator bites. In Florida, the commission said, according to the latest figures, ending December 2022, there haven't been more than a dozen bites per year since 2017. They say in that stretch, the most bites occurred 2017 to 2020, when there were 12 each year. So...
Doesn't sound like that.
I still don't want to get bit. I don't care if they're biting.
Who does?
I'm good.
Anybody wakes up in the morning and goes, you know what I'm doing today? Getting a pedicure and getting bit by an alligator.
Keep pets on a leash, away from edges of water, noting that pets are often prey to alligators. Just stay a safe distance, is what they say. But yeah, I did hear audio from a woman who was her neighbor that watched it. And she said that she watched the alligator grab her by her leg and drag her down.
Oh, God.
But luckily, yeah, she was able to survive the attack. And then finally here in Irweta, Florida, we have a 41-year-old Florida man. His name is Furman Pacheco, I believe.
Pacheco!
From Apopka, was arrested after consuming 25 beers, then trying to unsuccessfully drive. Yeah, 25 beers.
Should have stopped at 23.
Lady Lake Police Department found him passed out in his vehicle in a turn lane.
Making a left here.
In a turn lane on U.S. Highway 27 with even more beer in his car. I guess he wasn't ready for the party to end. It didn't look like it. His vehicle was spotted. They said it was around 10 o'clock, parked in the turn lane with him sleeping inside. Officers woke him up, but then they did have to call backup. Because there was a bit of a language barrier there. The first clue that he had been drinking, was that he was driving mostly barefoot, mostly because he was wearing just one sock, just one. Next hint was that there was 4 bottles of Corona on the passenger seat on deck ready for him. When asked about the beer, he claimed that he had drank 25. So I loved how he was, I just had one. He claimed, I've had 25 since 5 o'clock. Knocking back 25 beers on a Tuesday is quite an accomplishment, but not nearly one you should brag about to cops. So, yes, they said 25 beers, 5 hours. He refused breathalyzer.
Wonder why.
It's not
He would have broke the
It's not
machine.
going to make much of a difference, right? He was arrested for DUI and booked into the Lake County Jail. So, yeah, not a good thing. And then this is kind of a Florida thing, but I do have a heads up. It looks like the Brightline Stewart has canceled that $60 million Brightline deal.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's shocking.
They said that the future of Brightline Station on the Treasure Coast is once again uncertain. If you did not hear this is according to our news affiliate, CBS 12. After hours of debate, this was last night, public input, Stewart leaders ultimately decided to hit the brakes on adding the Brightline stop. They said it was a lengthy meeting that lasted until 11 p.m. Monday night, 2 main issues were discussed. The first was whether to cancel the ground lease agreement with Brightline, which was decided with a 3-2 vote. The second was whether to cancel the updated agreement with Martin County, which was also decided 3-2 vote. However, they said that doesn't mean that the idea of Treasure Coast Stop is entirely derailed. See what they did there? We're confident that tonight's actions don't reflect the wishes of the majority of business owners, because I know a lot of the business owners downtown Stewart were like, yes.
Yeah, bring a lot of people.
Who have just, supported their efforts. They said, we'll work with all cities and counties in Treasure Coast to determine the next step for Brightline. So, yeah, if you had not heard yet, it looks like that $60 million Brightline deal in Stewart has been canceled. So
Maybe
there
it'll
you go.
revamp it down the road and get some more
Just
support.
might pick another spot. Who knows?
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. We had a couple things on the table already. Tariq Hill, if you saw the video, if you have a comment about it, let us know what you think about it. Also, we had a scenario where this gentleman, his wife was cheating on him for 12 years, and he also became friends with one of her friends. He was upset with the friend because she didn't tell him. Do you think he should be upset with the friend? And the cheaters, the most, are in the USA. So if you're out there and you're cheating, take a bow wow.
Let's see. 47142 started off with Real Radio. Got a couple here. Matt in Port St. Lucie, I guess, is not on Tyreek's side. It says, sorry, these things rotate down. Tyreek needs to change from wide receiver to DB. He escalated the situation. It says WR to DB. And he even called him a douche. Okay, everybody has an agreement. It says,
opinion.
He said, Dom said Greek's friends are retired bookies. Bookies don't retire unless they have dementia, is what it says here.
True, because why would you stop the money coming in?
It says, if you are, another text, if you're in Palm Beach after dark and you're not driving a Bentley or Rolls Royce, plan on getting pulled over and getting asked what you're doing there. That's from buddy John. 12 years, talking about the cheating situation. 12 years, is the husband sure the young children are actually his?
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, yeah.
That's something you don't want to think about.
Good question.
That's got to be a bad scenario. If you're thinking in your mind, then you run a test and you find out it's not your kid.
Tyreek Hill video says he shouldn't have rolled up his window. Officers are always thinking of their safety. When he rolled up his window, they couldn't see what he was doing in his car. He brought that on himself. That was from Sarah. Another person asking, if I was a gentleman who was cheated on for 12 years, I'd be having the kids' DNA tested to know that they're definitely are his. So
Sure.
Another person made a good point there. Talking about cheating, is this considered cheating to you all? If your husband became a different person and had it dealing, and I had it dealing with his shenanigans. He is a 48-year-old man. He had not worked at the time for 4.5 years, and I was raising our 15-year-old boy by myself for that 2 years after he left. And my kid really likes this guy as well. He left to live with his mom for over 2 years now. We have been separated for 2 years at the time. I started talking with someone, and we went out on some dates. Now, we are currently divorced. I'm still seeing only this guy monogamously. I wonder, do you consider this cheating?
Well, if you're divorced, it's not cheating. How's it cheating? You're divorced.
Yeah, she said, now we're currently divorced.
So it's not cheating if you're not with the person.
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, you're not married anymore. You do whatever you want. Finders, keepers, losers, reapers. What are you going to do?
Is that what it is?
I mean, it's a pretty simple question.
Okay.
You're not cheating because you don't have a commitment anymore. You're divorced. When you're divorced, you can do whatever you want. So, not a great scenario, obviously, but, you're not cheating. So I wouldn't consider that.
I'm guessing like you're also, if I don't know if I'm looking into this the right way, but maybe you started seeing this person while you were separated too. Is that why you're asking? Separated for 2 years, started talking with someone. We went on some dates. Now we're currently divorced. I'm still seeing only this guy monogamously. So I'm guessing you were seeing him as you're separated. I don't look at that as cheating. If you guys are separated and you're living separate lives, and I guess I have to say that because I was separated with my husband about 2 months before I got married to Matt. My current husband.
Really? I didn't know that.
But that was we separated. But I don't know, 8 years?
Yeah.
But and we just like kind of instead
You guys
of
didn't get
getting
into it.
divorced, we just kind of like broke up and ignored the actual divorce part. Like, I mean, he started his own life. He's married, had a couple kids. I
Yeah.
started my own life, and
But
then
that's
finally,
not cheating.
well, I didn't think I was going to get married again, even though divorce was necessary. And then when it was TikTok, like we're going to Vegas in a couple weeks to get married, and I was like, so can we get this done? Because I'm pretty sure that the law says I can't marry somebody else until I get divorced.
That's so funny. I remember that. That went on for years. Now, you think if you didn't meet Matt, do you think you would ever got divorced?
Oh, I think so. I mean, because he's married now too. It would have happened. We were just procrastinating late. It's like it didn't even come to mind because we just started our own lives. But I think we talked about it.
Did he get married before you or no? Or you get married after? You had to get married.
He had to get after me, of course.
Yeah, because
I
got married about 2 years ago. I didn't tell you.
Yeah, we would have to have a divorce.
It happens though. People don't check records. You see it all the time. You hear people about seriously, people get married. They're already married. You don't even know.
Different state.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even come up. You're like, oh, you're married? I meant to tell you that.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have because we got married in Florida and he was married in Florida. So they would have caught on to that.
All right, whatever. No harm, no foul. 877-927-6969. Again, you got an opinion about tree kill? Let us know. It's pretty obvious looking at the tape. I think both sides obviously made mistakes. There's no doubt about it. Could have been a better situation, yes, for all people around. And also, for the police and down in Miami and different things like that, because now everybody, you know what, they sort of loop people into that, and that's not a great thing because there's good and bad in every situation. You got to remember that. Ocean's 14, I did talk about that last week, but it does look like that's going to happen. Matt Damon's back in, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Don Cheech. I mean, they're all there. They're going to come back, so that should be pretty exciting. I know his name's not there.
It's not Don Cheech.
I get it.
Okay.
We're at the Crazy Horse. Remember that. Not the Rocket Horse. 877-927-6969. Dom, keep shaking your head over there. Give us a call if you have an opinion on this. And also this scenario with cheating. Is this cheating if you're divorced? Obviously, it's not cheating. You're divorced. You could do whatever you want.
Yep.
I mean, there's those great...
No, I think, but I do think she was separated. I think that's when they started dating.
I don't think... If you're separated, it's not cheating. I mean, if you know you're separated, then it's not cheating. If you're still living together, yes. That's the difference. There's so many scenarios.
But that's tough, too, because there's even people separated. There's people divorced who have to live together because they can't afford to move out on their own.
Yep.
I would never. That sounds like the most uncomfortable situation to be in because you can't start your life. You can't start dating. I mean, I guess you can and you just go to the other person's house. But I know it's a real thing. And
how about when they come pick you up?
Because of cost of living.
They come pick you up. Hey, what's up? Hey, that's my husband on the couch. He's just hanging out.
I bet you it happens.
Oh, yeah. I don't doubt it. I mean, the stuff I've heard over the years from people, it's crazy. Like I've said 3-4 times, my buddy who's getting married after 10 years. I never thought, and they both dated. He was in serious relationships. The good thing is that he never had any kids anywhere else. So it didn't make it too messy because that's when, you got a kid over here, a kid over there. That's a, a blank show. But yeah, I'm sure it does happen where people are still together with the person and they're in the same house or apartment or whatever. But it makes it uncomfortable, especially when you go pick somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's happening? Who's that? Oh, that's my husband. He's on the couch. Hey, have a good time. I'll see you later. Bring her home early. Give us a call on that scenario or text us at Real Radio 47142. Let us know what you think about these things going on and what is really cheating. How do you define cheating? Maybe you have a different scenario in your head where you're like, I don't know. So Tom Brady, the first day, we talked about it yesterday, but it wasn't as bad. It seems like he really got beat up on social media yesterday afternoon. Dominic shaking his head.
Yep.
And all over the place.
Yeah, I didn't hear really good things. I didn't watch it, so I can't form my own opinion.
But it's people out there. They're going to have an opinion.
It's his first day out doing it, too. I mean, the same thing. You got to get your groove. You got to get used to it. I even noticed still a little dry, but great. And I love his picks and I love his information and stats he has to give. And I'm talking about Saban. I do. And I was never, believe me, I'm so glad Saban is not the coach of Alabama anymore. But he was a little better this time around.
People like
During
Saban.
Game day, yes.
Yeah, they did a good job.
And he's probably to me,
Yeah,
he was better than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you got to warm up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like anything you get on. I mean, some people are just not naturals. They just walk on and it happens just like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny having Saban and that guy Pat McAfee next to each other.
Yeah.
It's like two opposites.
I love it, though.
It's so good.
Yeah, McAfee's definitely a loose cannon. There's no better.
Who was it? The Red Zone, Scott Hansen, had to apologize. They said, obviously, no one's ever perfect the first time that they do something, but with the mixed reviews with Tom Brady during the broadcast in the booth, they said that one that was quick to criticize him was Scott Hansen from NFL Red Zone, and he was checking out his coverage of the Cowboys-Browns game, and he said that Brady has got to get more excited than that in the booth. And that's really all. I mean, it wasn't terrible.
No.
And he later had to go to X because, of course, people were upset about it to clarify his statement, saying that it was considerate. He said it was inconsiderate and unfair because people were giving him crap about just saying that he has to get more excited. That was it. That was a crap talking.
First of all, it was
to me
a blowout. The game was a blowout, too. I mean, it wasn't a close game. Dallas just kicked their ass for the first quarter, so it's tough. And Brady's not a professional in doing that, where other guys are like, oh, you know what? You hear guys, oh, they could come back. They got to score here. Momentum changes. We got a game again, Joe. I mean, you know, you don't have that. So, but yeah, Brady did get pretty beat up. I don't think Brady's going to finish the 10 years. There's no way.
No.
I think he's going to do 10 years. I see him doing maybe a year or two and then branching out into something else.
I guess you never know, right?
Yeah, I
We'll
mean,
see
the
how
other
it
thing
goes.
is that hurts Brady. It doesn't hurt him. He doesn't care. Everybody knows how much friggin' money he's making. So he's making the most ever of anybody. That pisses people off. They're like, you never even did this and you're getting paid this. So, I mean, that's going to add to it. Jealousy's out there. Believe me, in all aspects of life, people get pissed. But I think he was okay. I didn't expect much anyway. But I'm not a guy, I don't care who's doing the game. I can listen to the game if Randy does the game. I wouldn't care. My team's winning, who cares?
That doesn't say a lot for me. I don't care who says a game. Ferdy, I'll listen.
Well, I was giving you a compliment.
That was not a compliment.
The way it was. All right, Dom, if you were doing the game.
my God.
Okay. There you go.
I wouldn't care who was doing it. Megan, how about her from Wild 95.5?
What's wrong with Megan?
No, I like Megan. She's nice. She is a very nice girl. She's a good girl. Very nice. I like that show. Carmine, a little shaky, I got to be honest with you. He's a little finagler. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Tuesday. Dom's laughing inside again. Laugh out loud. We're going to come back with a trifecta and a lot more. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
The first headline that was up on this article about the Taliban from the New York Times said, "The Taliban have gone too far."
Just now?
When I saw that, I was like, did they just cross the line here? I was like,
the more I hear about this Taliban.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
We're less than 2 weeks away from our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Stream only on Hulu.
Get tickets while you still can now at AXS.com.
This year, you can be there to witness all of the incredible once-in-a-lifetime performances live and in person. Buy your iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets now, starting at just $55 plus taxes and fees at AXS.com.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
An earlier multi-vehicle crash northbound 95 approaching North Lake Boulevard has been cleared. Traffic finally beginning to move freely past that location. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250 keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hurst.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $1 Small Frosty Deal. Get ready to cool down this summer with the ultimate treat. This delectable dessert is too thick for a straw, but just right for a fry. Is it a milkshake? Is it ice cream? Neither. It's a Frosty. Come taste your favorite small Frosty flavor for just $1. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness. Every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's and Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace.
Recovery from addiction can take many forms, and quite often, it's a team effort. For those in recovery, having support often leads to a better outcome. And for those supporting people in recovery, they celebrate every milestone. Here's to family, friends, loved ones, healthcare providers, and community groups who are essential to helping people find their path to recovery. If you or someone you know is experiencing addiction, visit cdc.gov/stop overdose to learn more about the various treatment options available.
Here's how easy it is to get the yard you deserve with Moon Valley Nurseries. Our job is to design. Your job is to kick back. Our job is to deliver. Your job is to relax. Our job is to plant. Your job is to enjoy. Moon Valley Nurseries does it all, making it easy for you to get the yard you've always wanted. Guaranteed. Get 50% off plus free planting. Visit moonvalleynurseries.com.
When I say Mo Better Garage has the largest selection of garage doors, it doesn't mean a warehouse full of crappy old doors we're trying to unload. We don't just go to the stockroom and grab something off the shelf that sort of fits. You're not buying a polyester suit off the rack over here. If we're going to help you find a gorgeous modern garage door that complements the architecture of your home, I think you deserve better than just a large, medium, or small. At Mo Better Garage, our direct supplier relationships with the best manufacturers means every garage door we install is actually a custom job. Our technicians measure your home precisely to manufacture a door exactly for your space. And we work with you to pick the color, design, and materials to get you the door that's perfect for you. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. Custom nice.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more
MoBetterGarage.com.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients, for you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army, almost 800 lawyers alone. That army includes an entire legal team, specialist lawyers, investigators, and a 24/7 client satisfaction staff. Just like if you were going into surgery, you wouldn't trust one person to handle the paperwork, the scheduling, the anesthesia, and the surgery. Have you ever seen a surgeon operating alone and without resources? No way. Why would you trust a small firm with your case? Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free.
I went hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins.
Join the millions of people who are celebrating going hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you just step into and they're on.
It's crazy how something as simple as a pair of shoes have made my life better.
After trying Skechers Slip-ins, I want all my shoes to have this technology.
See what everybody can't stop talking about. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals utilize their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Injured? Call Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather at 500-HELP. Help is just a local phone call away.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Elf Beauty. The Professional Women's Hockey League, aka the PWHL, revealed its 6 team names and logos on Monday. The Boston Fleet, Minnesota Frost, Montreal Victoire, New York Sirens, Ottawa Charge, and Toronto Scepters. The teams are keeping their primary colors from the inaugural season, and the league plans to unveil jersey designs closer to the start of the season. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcast.
When it comes to women in sports, Elf Beauty is all about leveling the playing field. The same goes for the boardroom, where Elf is one of only 4 publicly traded U.S. companies with a board that's 2/3 women and 1/3 diverse. Learn more at elfbeauty.com.
Wake up with football every morning and listen to my new podcast, NFL Daily, with Greg Rosenthal. 5 days a week, you get all the latest news, the best analysis delivered by the time you get your coffee. This show hits on every single game, every single week, but I can't do it alone, so I'm bringing in all the big guns from NFL Media. Subscribe today, and you'll immediately be smarter and funnier than your friends. Listen to NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search NFL Daily to start listening.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored to you by Pillar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a good day. And also appreciate you guys always listening to Real Radio. Hope you listen to Rover and also the News Junkies after the Greek Zone. Dominic's in the house. Jimmy's on vacation.
Hey, Greek. And hey, Franny.
Hi, Dom.
Is it really that hard? I mean, like, to say hi to both of us at one time? I
can just say hey.
Yeah, that's all you have to. But then he gives you crap if you just say hey.
Yeah.
Either way, you can't win.
Nope.
Hello, Franny.
Hi. Hey.
It's time for a trifecta.
Hey.
Trying to get a little continuity around here. It's a big word. All right, there was Monday Night Football last night, and the Jets. Aaron Rodgers was playing for the first time in a year. It was great to see him out there. Looked a little rusty. He did. Had a touchdown pass to Lazar. He had some good passes. Again, he's a little rusty. Jets defense is where they really kicked the can. 49ers won 32-19. They scored their last 8 times, either a field or a touchdown. And they had a kid off the bench who was just walking by, and I said, come on, let's go. Mason, come on over here. And he rushed for like 170 yards. So hats off to the Niners. The Niners are stacked, and they are, in this man's opinion, the best team in the NFC. They just are, head and shoulders above everybody. They're stacked on both sides of the ball. They really are. And they really still are not in full strength. So we'll see what happens with that, but that was the game last night. AP, top 25 came out. No surprise. Georgia's 1. Texas is 2. So Texas moving up there. Ohio State's 3, and Mississippi's 4. Don't sleep on Mississippi. That is a team who can definitely rattle some cages and maybe make a little bit of a difference because they got a good team. They got their quarterback back. Nobody's really talking about them. And those are the teams you got to watch. The teams that end up that nobody talks about, you got to be like, all right, maybe. Bill Belichick last night was on the Manning cast, and he stopped in for a little while. I thought he was okay. He had his jokes about the Mannings, how, he beat Peyton for years to the Colts, but wasn't a big fan of Eli. But he didn't do bad. Again, it's a new role for him, just like Saban, just like Brady. It's amazing all three of them are starting the same year, first time ever on, with Brady, Belichick. Isn't it? It's just crazy that all three of them are starting the same time. Who does the best at the end of the day? I think probably Saban. Because he's more sitting back and just, picking and choosing, talking about the game and what you need to do. He did call for a couple of games on Saturday. He doesn't pick the games, but he did what he analyzed it about. A couple of my friends said, he said Tennessee's going to be close and they'll blow him out. And that's what Tennessee ended up doing. And he knows the SEC like the back of his hand, obviously. But Belichick, it's going to be different. Again, he's in more of these scenarios where he comes in for a while, they ask about questions and leave. Brady, I think, has the hardest job. Because obviously he's got to talk about the game and be there live for 3.5 hours. But the media wasn't too kind to him a little bit, but the social media really blew him up. I don't know if he's the kind of guy who cares or not. He might not. And if he doesn't, it really doesn't matter. And even if he does, he's getting $35 million, so who cares? And that is your Greek trifecta for lunchtime. Peace.
So I do want to give you a heads up once again that normally we do our giveaway 11:45 or 12:45 we do on Thursday, Friday. But on Tuesdays, we are doing something different. We call it Just a Tip. That's our Tuesday Instagram post or Tuesday Instagram prize. So just go to Real Radio 91 on Instagram, and you're going to see the post right there, and it's going to be for tickets to go see Luke Bryan, I Think Financial Amphitheater, which is happening this Thursday.
Yep, this Thursday.
Yep, it is this Thursday. So make sure you can go. If not, maybe you know somebody else who wants to go. But it's a Thursday night, I Think Financial Amphitheater. And we're also throwing in a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean food. It's absolutely delicious. So that is our Instagram post today at Real Radio 921. Follow all the instructions. And you do, because we pay attention to see who follows all the instructions. And then tomorrow at 10 a.m., we will be picking somebody. Now, people always text me, did you pick somebody? Did you pick somebody? Yes, you will know because around like 10:30, give us some leeway. You're going to get a direct message on your Instagram letting you know that you won. And we only have one winner, and Dom made a good point. So make sure your account is public because it's easier for us to send you a message for you to see that we sent you a message.
Mm-hmm. Make it happen, people. If you want to go there, it's pretty simple. There always are little things you got to do to make a big prize, but make this happen.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people are talking about it. They had their big Glow Time event yesterday, and that's Apple. And people get stoked when new Apple products come out.
Oh, forget it.
We know that they do. They get very excited. Listen, I know there's Android users out there, and those are very popular, but I feel like these events just are huge. And they talked about some new products, including the iPhone 16. Now,
The 16, man. That's amazing.
yeah, I think I'm still rocking an 11.
So
But
do I.
they said a lot of people, like even with the 15 and stuff, they're realizing a lot of people aren't upgrading as much as they used to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because they don't notice that these new phones have really, there's much difference between the previous
I've heard that
models.
from people. They said there's not much difference between like the 13 and 14. And, I'm not going to, and it's a lot more money.
Yeah, so they're saying that this is a bit different. People should get excited about it. But yeah, the Glow Time event happened yesterday. And they said, of course, while the iPhone 16 was the headliner of the show, they said Apple had several other announcements to share, including some new additions to its smartwatch and, of course, the AirPods, the lineup that they have for that. But they said with the iPhone 16, they said it's adding 2 new buttons, more buttons that I don't need. I'm just kidding. In addition to inheriting the iPhone 15 Pro action button, the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus now come equipped with, they say, a handy new DSLR-like button that you can use to take pictures and videos as well as adjust settings. They also have rear cameras stacked atop one another.
Rear cameras? Rear, you said?
What? What'd you say?
Rear?
That's not what you
What?
said. Can you say that, please?
You said rear.
Oh, you write down that time? That's
Yep.
not what you said.
What did I say?
I don't want to say it.
I said rear.
No, rear cameras, but you didn't say cameras.
Yeah, no, it didn't sound like
No.
cameras for
It
sure.
was
I'm not
cameras.
going to say it together, but you said cameras is what you said.
I said camera. I thought it was a camera just focused on people's ass.
Rear cameras stacked atop one another that support spatial video recording for viewing on the Apple Vision Pro. They said it has a faster, if you know any of this, A18 processor to handle new AI features. And that's what we heard. It was going to have a lot of new AI features. So they say they're still expensive, but not crazy. The 6.1-inch phone 16 starts at $799. Right? And then the Plus version will be at, and that's larger, the 6.7-inch, will be at $899.
Always got to pay more for more inches.
They said they're available in white, black, green, pink, and blue. So more colors options.
That is a little bit less than, they're usually like $1,200-$1,300, aren't they?
So we have others. So those are going to be, as I mentioned, but those will start shipping on September 20th. So soon, right?
Next week. Ooh, Dominic, give me your address.
Ooh, thanks, Greek.
What do we got on hold?
Oh, we have Evan on hold.
Evan, what's up?
Hey, Greek.
How are you, buddy?
Tom. Hey, Hurricane Francine.
What's going on?
Greek, you said that Tua didn't play well. You said he played okay.
Yeah.
You know, he threw for 338 yards, more than any other quarterback last week.
Did you watch the game?
Of course I did.
Did you see how many passes he missed? In one play, he had 80 yards with Tariq Hill. I mean, so I just my opinion. I don't think he played great. No, I don't. I think the quarterback play was down tremendously in the first week. They threw 31 touchdowns to last. Wait, now let me speak. You're asking me an opinion. He missed a lot of players.
Yeah, I got you.
He did. I'm a Tua fan. I like him. I think he's good for the team. I want him to have a good season, but he didn't have a great day on Sunday.
He didn't have a great day, but you just said he played okay. But 338 yards, that's a good stat.
But you're basing it on yardage and not they had to get a field goal at the end of the game with 2 seconds left, and they should have lost that game. The Jaguars were going in for a touchdown, 24-7. The guy fumbles on the one. It was lights out. Miami didn't move the ball at all.
But I understand, but how people look at quarterbacks. Oh, they go by stats. Look how many yards this guy got. Look how many touchdowns this guy did. Look how that. And that's what stats are. That's how football and baseball as well. Baseball are more into stats than football.
I agree, Evan. That's what people look at. It was my opinion that I just didn't think he played a great game or a good game. He was okay. I didn't say terrible, but he's just okay. He really was. If you, what was his percentage for passes? You know what he was for the day? Because I don't have it in front of me.
I think he was like 24 for 36 or 34 or something like that. He threw. I think it was like about 11 or 12 misses.
Okay, if Tariq doesn't catch that pass and outrun everybody, that was 80 yards. That's a big part of that whole thing. But again, they won. That's the most important thing. You can take the stats. But people measure bet, but they got a victory.
He was 23 for 37.
That's what counts. The dub.
Yeah, 23 for 37.
Okay. Close.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, again, I just didn't think he played a good game. I watched the whole game. I wanted the Dolphins to win. I had some interest in them. I had interest in the over. And they just, to me, they had a very bad first half at all. I mean, they just stunk up the joint. First couple of drives, I mean, he wasn't doing anything. And then he had that one play to Tariq.
Which was his one touchdown, too.
Yeah, 80 yards. But again, everybody's got a different opinion, bro. You know that. That's what sports is about. In life, you could say he had a good game. He had a very good game. I didn't think he had a very good game. I just didn't. Watching it. We'll see Thursday night.
Otherwise, he did okay. Yeah. Now, a couple players are injured. Both running backs, Mozart and A-Chain. They're both banged up. They didn't practice. They're questionable for Thursday. The thing about the Thursday games, it's injuries usually takes a few days to heal up.
Sure.
This is like bam, bam, bam. They're a lot of guys are going to be hurt. I don't like Thursday games.
I don't think anybody does. It's for revenue. Obviously, the NFL's done it. I don't think the guys are ready in 2 days. They usually get Mondays off when they win in the NFL. That's usually the protocol for teams. You can't give a guy Monday off when you're playing Thursday. The line's a little weird. It's Miami -1. It should be at least Miami 3, but we'll see. I mean, again, it's one of those games where Miami's home and they need to. It's a division game. They need to win it.
Sure do. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
He's being sued again.
Yep.
For that. I thought that was over with. I thought they settled out of court and all that. And how could he be sued for the same thing he did before?
This is a new woman who came out. This isn't all the other girls, the 22 girls before he settled all those cases. This is a new woman who just came out on the scene, and she's suing. He has to watch himself because if there's anything that happens with this case, it could jeopardize his contract and his $200 million. But this is a new woman. She wasn't involved in the first round a couple years ago.
Okay, but this happened a couple of years ago when all the others said that he did, accused him of that. But then, so why would this account for now? Because if this happened before, why would this affect his contract now? Because it happened previously.
They have in there, if anything happens to him and anything comes up while he's under contract now, it doesn't matter when it happened, he could be in jeopardy. I mean, they might not worry about it, the Browns, and they might turn the other cheek. But if they want to turn around and kick it down the can and be like, hey, you know what, we can get out of paying you $200 million, they will, because he's not playing good.
No, that. Yeah, they look terrible.
Yep. They had a bad day. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I can't wait to rag Joe on it Saturday.
Oh, you'll get him Saturday. He'll be here. Joe's a Brown fan, though. I talked to him last night. He said they played terrible. The tackles were out, but he has not been good, the quarterback, since he came back. And he's had so much stress in his life, too. I'm sure that, gets to him. But he's just not the same one. A couple of years ago, this guy was talked about being one of the top 5 quarterbacks. It just changes.
Yeah, he had that one good year. Yeah, he sure did.
Yep. Evan, what else, buddy?
All right, man. Oh, that's about it.
All right.
Yankees looked good yesterday.
Yeah, they picked up a big victory.
Do you know this new kid that they brought up?
Just that he's supposed to be very good. Obviously, they're bringing him up, and they have high hopes for him, and they wanted to try to get him up about a month ago, but they didn't have any room, and hopefully he can step in right now.
Well, I thought he was a little bit injured a couple months ago, too.
He might have been. That's just what I read this morning, and I knew about him about maybe 2-3 weeks ago. Somebody was talking about him. But, again, they got to stay hot, and they're in a good position in September. Evan, we're going to run, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. It is the Greek. It is Francis. It is Dominic.
So I'm going to go back to a little bit because I wasn't done with the Apple talk, what's going on, because I know you mentioned how it was cheap, and I'll just showcase or highlight some of the big things that they were talking about because they do have the 16 Pro, bigger display, better cameras. Now that itself is going to run anywhere, let's see, from... It looks like $999 to almost $1,200, $1,199. So that's what you're used to. But a lot of people prefer the Pros over the regular. And then they say with that one, yes, we know you do. Slightly bigger displays, base model with the Pro model featuring 6.3 inches, the other one 6.9. They said it comes with new capture button. They also upgraded the A18 Pro chip. They said that this has the best iPhone battery life ever, according to Apple. And let's see, they said the camera The same 5 times telephoto camera with tetraprism design is going to be on there, along with upgraded 48 megapixel ultra-wide sensor. Then they said that it's going to gain intelligence. We talked about this. All of the iPhone models are ready for Apple Intelligence, the new AI feature. Apple is launching in beta next month, starting in English. These features include the ability to search for images in your library by describing them and creating custom emojis.
Ooh.
They said,
Custom emojis.
They said also,
I got one for you, Tom.
Also outfitting the camera control button with a new feature called Visual Intelligence, which will automatically search for things that you take photos of.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can also use it to perform actions such as snapping a photo of a concert poster and easily adding it to your calendar.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool. Yep, they say the Watch Series 10 comes with a bigger display, thinner profile. It also comes in a new satin black finish, just kind of going through a few things. There's going to be a lot of things, but they say that with that one's designed more for corrosion-resistant titanium for people like scuba diving. I like to do that.
Oh, nice.
But there's going to be all kinds of stuff going on with the Pro. Then when it comes to the AirPods, they're going to have the next-gen AirPods. They said better audio, ANC. And those will start at $129. They said the version with ANC cost at $179. But this is really cool. I thought this was cool. The AirPods, the AirPods, the Pro, they said will be a hearing aid. So Apple is making the AirPods Pro 2 available as an over-the-counter hearing aid. It's launching a couple of other hearing-focused features, including a feature designed to protect hearing and a clinical-grade hearing test. These features come available in a free software update in more than 100 countries and regions this fall. So that's pretty cool,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Yep, to make it over-the-counter hearing aid. And then they are doing the AirPods Max, which are like what I wear, like the over-the-ear.
Mm-hmm.
They said that those are going to be different as well. So, yes, just a few things that are on it, what's going on with Apple, what they highlighted yesterday at their Glow Time event.
Right in time for the holidays, obviously. I'm sure that's going to be on everybody's list. The new phones, I think you'll see them with I think people will definitely like the different colors. I could see that. And maybe the females a little bit more than the guys, but I could see that.
Possibly. You know what it is, though? It's like the colors to me don't really matter.
Because you're covered.
Because everybody gets a cover anyways, right?
Case.
Yeah, you
they
get a case.
They get a case for it. 47142 started off with Real Radio. We had the situation asking if we thought it was cheating, separated, now divorced. And so it was confirmed, yes, I have been separated for 2 years while I was dating this guy. So does it make a difference to you? Now that you know separated, not divorced, you're just letting us know, like, I've been separated for 2 years while I was dating this guy.
She was not cheating. If she's separated.
There you go.
I don't know. Do you think she is?
No, I already voiced my opinion, yeah.
Yeah, not if you're separated.
Let's see. In the state of North Carolina, you have to be legally separated 1 year before you can get a divorce, according to our texter.
I think that's in Jersey, too.
Okay.
There's some states where they want you to be separated because they want to see if you could work it out and try and not just rush to all the time getting divorced. There are a couple. I think Jersey's like that. I don't know about Florida. No, Florida's not, obviously.
Then we have Brett from Melbourne listening on the iHeartRadio app. Hello, Franny, Greek, and Dom. The only way a woman who cheated on me for 12 years could stay with me is if she owned the Wynn Hotel in Vegas.
Nice.
And he is mad at her friends for not saying anything. They probably had bet the over on her getting away with it. They said Tyreek Hill got pulled over and said he didn't want fans to notice him, so he didn't put his window down for officers. Maybe drive a cheaper vehicle to blend in. Nobody should drive a vehicle over $100,000 to park outside a football game unless it's a player. Money's on the dresser. So that's from Brett. Then we have Greek. I agree with, and I am a huge Finn fan. Tua checked down to the RB or TE almost every single play. He needs to improve on his scanning ability. So he checked down to the running back or tight end almost every single play.
She did a lot.
Yep, he needs to improve on his scanning ability. And then we have Joe ain't making it Saturday. We're going to get Johnny C. Joe's going to get his kitty knocked off on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or Saturday, excuse me.
Yeah, Joe's a big Browns fan for years. He definitely is. The thing with Tariq about, that's been brought up about him not wanting to get spotted by the fans. Maybe that's true. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's something. But no matter what, like I said, when the police pull you over, we all know what you have to do. You got to be respectful and do what they ask you to do. I mean, that really is it. Again, you guys have an opinion, you give us a call. We'd love to hear about it. You could text us. Franny will read them. She's excellent with that. Or if you have an opinion you want to call at 877-927-6969, you could do that again. The whole thing about this is that it's just a bad situation for everybody involved, and it's not a good situation. But things escalate very quickly, even in life. If you're having an argument with somebody, we talk about it, you're cutting somebody cuts you off, it's not worth it. Just really, life is too short. Enjoy it and just have a good life. Don't get stuck up on these little things. It's not worth it because sometimes the outcomes can ruin your whole life. And who the hell wants that? We have a big Instagram. That's right. You're going to get a chance to go to Luke Bryant. Great show. And I believe that is Thursday night, right?
Yes, it is.
The 14th. That's going to be
the 12th.
Today's the 12th?
Nope. Thursday's the 12th.
Oh, the 14th. Yeah, it's Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah. 12th we're at Strike Cigar Lounge. Now I got it.
Okay.
Dom, you have somebody we need to speak to? It's my mom?
Oh, no, it's your best friend, Jorge.
Oh, tell Jorge we'll get him on the back end, all right? Because we got to go to break. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Tuesday. We're going to come back with some fun facts. And Jorge, if he's holding on, big meeting here today with all the big wigs. And it's funny. They don't ever actually, I got a text if I wanted to take today off. It's like, wow, that's crazy.
Why didn't you? They're offering you a free day.
I don't ever want to let you down.
It would be okay.
Thank you.
She's a busy lady. Come on.
That's why we get along so well.
Here, don't worry.
Because I know there's absolutely no love. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying you could take a day off, and I would still be here. But hey, why not take a free day?
I don't know. When management said that, I was like, nah, guys, I'll come in. Maybe Friday after Greeks Gridiron at Strikes. It is the Greek, Francis, and Dominic. Jimmy's on vacation. Dominic doing a bang-up job. 2 hours in. You're 2 hours closer to Vegas. How do you feel? Woo! Yeah, you got some emotion. We'll be back. Peace.
We're still your at-work station, even if your work happens to be on the kitchen table. Bed. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
6th Avenue South is shut down due to construction. Grove Street to Congress Avenue. Lawrence Road shut down. Hyperluxo Road to Lantana Road. Spot something on the roads, call the traffic tip line, pound 250, keyword West Palm Traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2024.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
All right, South Florida, if you're wanting to sell your car, this is easy. Hey, it's Franny. Do you want the most for your used car? Of course you do. Do you want a hassle-free process? Yes. Do you want to work with America's best car buyer? I would say so. That's GiveMeTheVin.com. GiveMeTheVin.com will beat your written CarMax offer or write you a check for $100. It's that simple. Get an instant cash offer and the most money for your used car right now at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
When I say Mo Better Garage has the largest selection of garage doors, it doesn't mean a warehouse full of crappy old doors we're trying to unload. We don't just go to the stock room and grab something off the shelf that sort of fits. You're not buying a polyester suit off the rack over here. If we're going to help you find a gorgeous modern garage door that complements the architecture of your home, I think you deserve better than just a large, medium, or small. At Mo Better Garage, our direct supplier relationships with the best manufacturers means every garage door we install is actually a custom job. Our technicians measure your home precisely to manufacture a door exactly for your space. And we work with you to pick the color, design, and materials to get you the door that's perfect for you. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. custom nice.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
When the going gets tough, the tough get Storm Smart. Since 1996, Storm Smart has simplified the process of protecting your home while increasing its living space and beauty. Because smart is easy. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Vice President Harris.
They are out of their mind.
Former President Trump.
We have to set the record straight.
Go toe-to-toe in Philly.
The presidential debate.
Listen tonight at 9 Eastern on iHeart's 24/7 News Channel.
Or search debate on the free iHeartRadio app. Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Tuesday. Temperatures are near 90 degrees, but it's going to feel close to 100 when you factor in the humidity. It's below heat advisory criteria, though. Scattered showers and some thunderstorms will move across the area throughout the day, too. Heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat. We'll see a few storms returning again tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
Florida needs a power company that's storm ready. That's why FPL works year-round to keep the power on and restore it safely and as quickly as possible when needed. FPL, working for you every single day. Get ready at fpl.com/storm.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Jimmy's out, Dom's in, and Dom took a little authority there. He knocked on the window. He said, "Get focused."
It's like, knock, knock, bitches. Show's about to shut.
He was like, "Let's go. Come on, we got a show we doing around here." Hey, I like that. Step up. I like when people tell me what to do. I don't listen.
Hey,
but
someone's got to.
Yeah, somebody does have to tell me what to do. Remember, everybody has a boss. You may not think that, but there is somebody. When you see that number pop up, you get real nervous. Oh, my God, I better pick up that phone. I got a couple. We all have those numbers. Jimmy's on vacation. Dominic doing a bang-up job.
Thanks, Greg.
And really, like, showing a little authority. Yeah, I don't think we've ever had anybody bang on the window before.
Might be right. Might be right.
Knock, knock.
Franny's here.
Hey, what's up?
And it is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Instagram giveaway today. I think they call it Just the Tip, correct?
Just the tip, the Tuesday Instagram prize or post, whatever you want the P to be. And just go there. And we got tickets to go see Luke Bryan up for grabs, including a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. It's absolutely delicious. That concert is this Thursday, I think, Financial Amphitheater. You just got to go to our Instagram at Real Radio 921 and follow all the instructions on the post. We will pick a winner tomorrow, 10 a.m.
Now we're going to get into some fun facts, and this should be very interesting today.
Really?
You always give us the days, like what day it is.
Yeah, I do. Including, I think you like these, it's Ants on a Log Day.
Ants on a Log?
You ever have those? It's the celery with peanut butter, like little raisins on it.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
you never
yeah.
had that as a snack? Ants on a log?
Yeah. I never called it that. I'm a little against ants since I got attacked over the weekend.
I thought it was spiders. I got you.
Yeah.
And I thought it was last week.
And it was your wrist, I thought. Now it's your foot.
All of this is lying. Over the weekend, it happened last week.
It's my foot. I could show you.
And
it's
it was
very
your
dangerous.
and it was your hand.
It was his hand.
So was it your hand or is it your foot?
It was both.
And I thought it was a spider.
It was an ant and a spider.
Oh my God.
It's big.
And it was this weekend. It was last week. Anyways, this is very serious. It is World Suicide Prevention Day, which is very serious.
That is.
Month, yep. Let's see. What else do we have? National TV Dinner Day.
TV dinner. Wow.
Yeah. Wow, TV dinner. And then the one that I could get some of the quite fascinating, and we talked about this yesterday because we were talking about what NFL stadium had the most expensive hot dog and beer combo. And at Miami was
One at
the
least.
cheapest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
I think
at
at number
least.
3 it was like $9.98 or something.
Which is a good buy.
Yeah, it's a great buy. But today is National Hot Dog Day.
Oh, put a hot dog in your mouth.
And I know we've gone through some of these, especially around the 4th, but I have hopefully some facts that you have not heard yet about hot dogs. I believe NFL, MLB, just watching games, it goes hand in hand, right? Just in your hand. They said that hot dogs were originally called dachshund dogs.
Dachshund?
Dachshund, like the dog.
Oh, that would have never flown.
Dachshund, but they call those dogs like wiener dogs, hot dogs. Dachshund dogs. The origin of hot dogs can be traced back to Germany, 15th century, when sausages first made from pork and other meats and other things. However, German immigrants popularized the modern-day hot dog in the U.S. in the late 1800s. At that time, they were commonly called, dachshund sausages because they resembled those long, thin dogs, the dachshund. Eventually, they said the name was shortened to hot dog, and the rest is history after that. They said the world's longest hot dog, this is a long-ass hot dog, was nearly 200 feet long.
Wow, that's a big hot dog, Dominic.
To celebrate the 50th anniversary of the All Japan Bread Association, never heard of it, a massive hot dog measuring 197 feet in length was created by the association. They said the wiener was prepared off-site at a plant a day before the event, and then it was cooked with bread at the Akasaka Prince Hotel. The hot dog was placed in a 198-foot bun and was the centerpiece of a media event. After measuring the hot dog, it was cut up and served to all the attendees who enjoyed the delicious treat. How do you even cook something like that? How? How do you make that bun that big? You do.
That's a big bun.
What kind of oven? I have so many questions. Said Americans consume, we've talked about this, over 20 billion hot dogs every single year.
Shoosh.
Street vendors, convenience stores, at home. They said hot dogs are a convenient and affordable way to pick up a quick meal on the go. And the hot dog bun, I know we have a lot of questions about hot dog buns. Like, why is it different, the amount, than it is the actual hot dogs itself? But they said while the origin of hot dog itself is well known, the invention of the bun is less so. But according to legend, a hot dog vendor in Missouri named Antoine Fuschwanger was having trouble keeping his customers from burning their hands on the sausages. So they would just serve the sausages, like, here, have a sausage.
Oh, God.
So he then would serve the sausage in an elongated roll made at a local bakery to solve the problem. They said the idea caught on, and other vendors soon began serving hot dogs in the bun. So according to this, that wasn't always the case. They would just get a hot dog and put it right in your hand.
Here you go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why you ate it so quick, because you're burning your hand.
They said, but why are there typically 10 hot dogs per pack and only 8 per bun? When hot dogs were first introduced, they were sold at, they said, just varying quantities at the butcher shop. Hot dogs were eventually standardized to packages of 10, but buns are baked in clusters of 4 in popular pans designed to hold 8 rolls. According to this, they just, I guess, never changed. Why don't you do pans
a little bigger?
that hold 10 rolls? Can we not
mean,
create this?
I don't know.
Can we not do that? And then finally here, I don't know if I want to do it, but yes, they said hot dogs are space friendly.
Oh, you have a hot dog in space.
They said they're NASA-approved food for astronauts.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good is right. And there you go for your hot dog fun facts on a National Hot Dog Day.
Thank you very much, Francis. Great job as always. Dominic, who do we have on hold?
We have your best friend, Jorge.
Jorge, what's up, buddy?
Not too much. Happy Tuesday to everyone.
You too, Jorge.
Oh, yeah. Boy, old Tyreek said he didn't want the fans to see him.
That's what he said. That's why I didn't put the window down.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, he's just a punk. He's an attention whore, just like all of the people like that, you know. They love attention.
Well, do you really think he wanted that? He didn't know what was going to happen, how that was going to escalate.
All he had to do was comply, Greg. They ask you a question, you do what they tell you.
I said that from the beginning. He should have rolled his window down and said, you know, what can I do? Tell me what I did wrong. Here's my license and registration. There's no doubt about it. But on the flip side, they did use too much force, I believe. This is my opinion after the whole thing got out of hand.
I think a nightstick should have been pulled, buddy.
Oh, boy.
Jorge, you just are just one for the books. You really are.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what. Did you hear that he said he told the cops that he wanted to become a cop?
I didn't hear that.
No,
he said at the press
He said at
conference.
the press conference. I don't think he said it to the officers.
Yeah, I don't think when the thing was going on, he said to them, hey, I want to be a cop.
No.
He looked too upset and mad.
Oh, yeah.
He was on the phone with his agent at the time.
Probably his lawyer.
What was his agent who he's talking to? Because, you know, he probably had it, you know, in the phone. And when he got out of the car, he was like, Drew, I'm getting arrested. Drew, I'm getting arrested.
Yeah. No, he's a punk. He's a punk. You know he is, Greg. He's a great football player.
Yeah.
He's a punk, you know? Yeah. And for him to say that he wants to become a cop, that's probably only because he's never ridden in the front seat of a cruiser before.
Why would that make you want to be a cop?
So he can ride in the front seat of the cruiser, turn the lights on.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sure he could do that anyway, but whatever. Did you listen to Tom Brady on Sunday? Did you think he did a good job? Did you hear him at all?
No, that doesn't interest me, buddy.
I know you're not a Brady fan. That's why I asked.
No, I just can't wait for the debate tonight. That should be interesting.
Oh, there is a debate tonight. I didn't know that. Who's debating?
Oh, yeah.
I had no clue.
That's debater, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's tonight. I got a lot going on tonight. I got to get a pedicure. Well, we'll see. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people having an opinion about that.
I love how you just asked who's debating.
You really don't think I knew? Come
I'm
on.
sorry. It's just a show.
Come on. Jeez, it's Trump against Harris. Trump is 15-point favorite.
Oh, yeah. Boy, I'll tell you what, old Aaron Rodgers, he, they lost their first game, you know.
I didn't expect them to win. They were playing San Fran, one of the best teams. Rodgers didn't look bad. A couple passes were right on the money. The defense played last night for the Jets. The Niners 8 times, we talked about it, scoring opportunities. He either kicked a field goal or a touchdown. But I didn't think Rodgers played bad, to be honest with you. Quarterback play as a whole, the first week was down tremendously and not good. The only one that I think off the top of my head that really played good was Darnold for the Vikings. He had a great game. He really did. Besides that, there wasn't really good play. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had heard that the Patriots' defense looked pretty good.
Yeah, they did.
Sunday, I had heard.
But the Patriots have a good defense going in. You know what? People talked about their defense. It was their offense that was going to make them hurt them, but everybody thought the Patriots were going to suck. I don't think the Patriots would be good, but I thought they were a good bet over 4.5 games.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's only 1 week. I mean, you can't even think about it. It's four seasons: September, October, November, December. You got to see how they do, month by month. But I don't think the quarterback play was good in any aspect. Mahomes did good too. But Darnold, for the Vikings played great. He really did, because they weren't sure if he was going to start with him and JJ going in training camp. But he played a good game. I think it was 14 for 14 in the beginning of the game. But the Giants, man, they're a bad team. They really are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they got to spend some money.
Oh, yeah. But it's not about spending money. A lot of times it's about spending the right money and getting the right players. I mean, people will tell you that. You just can't bring guys in. But, yeah, there was a lot of surprises. Cincinnati losing. There was a couple shockers. But it's going to take a couple weeks. And the way preseason is now, and these teams don't even practice. Like, I went down to the training camp, and I thought it was, going to be intermission when I went down there on a Saturday, and the practice was over, 2.5 hours. That was it. I mean, they talked about years ago, they used to have 3-a-days. Mm-hmm. 9 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock at night, and they were all hitting. There was no hitting going on. It was very loose. So that could add to the sloppy play in the beginning.
Yeah. So you think Rodgers is going to do good this year, or do you think he's just going to be a mediocre quarterback?
I think he'll have a good season. Yeah, I do think he'll have a good season. The Jets have a very good defense, and I think last night was, he played good for not playing for a year and change at his age too. But I think he'll have a good season. I don't think he would come back if he didn't think he was going to be playing good. That's just my opinion. The guy's a 4-time MVP. He really is. But I think he has a good season. Yeah, I think he throws over 4,000 yards.
Yeah. Were there any drop passes last night? I didn't see the game.
A couple here and there. Not a Lazard dropped one. Hall out of backfield. There was another one where he fumbled in the beginning. That changed a little. The Niners took advantage of that. But again, I give the defense a worse grade than Rodgers. The defense played bad. That's not what they usually do 8 times and let a team score. But we'll see. It's early, Jorge. But we appreciate the call and enjoyed the debate tonight. I'm sure you'll be rooting.
Oh, I certainly will. Popcorn and all, buddy.
You got it.
Popcorn and darts. Oh, yeah. All right.
Bye. Popcorn and darts. It is Jorge. If you want to give us a call on the Tariq Hill situation, maybe you have an opinion on that. Also, how come America leads in cheating? The most cheaters are here. That was a survey that Franny had. We also had a scenario where a gentleman and his wife was cheating on him for 12 years. And he was a little upset because one of her friends he became friends with, and he was like, why didn't you tell me? Well, it really wasn't any of his business for him to know by the friend. But this is one of the scenarios where he thinks, hey, she should have told me. Let us know what you guys think if you have an opinion on this. So, Franny, let me ask you, as a female, can a guy come back from a bad first date?
Yeah, of course.
He can.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
doesn't there have to be some interest? Like you have to you be attracted to the guy because if he
there's
has
got to be some kind of interest. But I mean, I this is a story I've told before. I didn't have a good first date with my now husband.
Yeah,
and I didn't see him for a bit, and he was very determined, persistent, and kept on and was just like, listen, I'm sorry I didn't put my best foot forward. And the date was good. It just didn't end well. And that kind of ruined everything.
Yeah.
But by like it ending well, I was just like, maybe he's not my type of guy. I thought maybe just what he was into wasn't what I was into. If you haven't heard, like on our way back home, he had like this mega sound system in his truck and it was like vibrating home. Like I couldn't even hear us talking. And I just thought like, all right, this is the first date and you have it blaring so high where we can't even have a conversation. Like that's the day that you're supposed to be getting to somewhat know each other, right? I mean, I know you've got a lot of time to know each other. So I was just like, I'm like in my mid-30s. I was like, I'm not into this. Maybe in high school. It just wasn't my thing.
No, but he was determined.
He was. And he was he showed up to my work and he would bring me Cuban coffees. I worked at a bar and I worked doubles on Saturday and he'd come and sit at my bar and bring me Cuban coffee.
See, that was a great move by him
and all
because
kinds of stuff. And then my coworkers loved him too because he brought enough for them. And so I was like, all right, so he's got a little bit of game going. And so, yeah. And so I ended up going out another date. And of course, the rest is history. But
because if you had a regular job, he couldn't have done that.
He could have showed up at my regular. That would be creepy, right? No, you can show up and give somebody coffee, but you have to leave.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there and watch him work.
So he had a date last week. He liked this girl, and excuse me, Dominic, let me ask you, have you ever been in a situation where you had a bad first date and came back to a second one, or vice versa? Did you ever give anybody a second chance?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, what do you have to lose, really?
Mm-hmm.
Some people, it's one and done. I mean, some people are just like, hey, I'm done. I'm not going to go out again. But a friend of mine went out with this girl he really liked, but he drank too much. And he said, I did really drink too much. He was a little out of line. He said the behavior was not great. Didn't really do anything wrong. He just said it was not a great night. Wants to go out with a girl again. And he was asking me last night, he goes, what do you think I got to do? I'm going to tell him, show up at work and bring coffee, Cuban coffee. But if you guys got an opinion on this, or ladies, call us at 877-927-6969. See, I said to him, I go, if she wasn't attracted to you, then I don't think you're going to get a second date. There's got to be something there, vice versa. Because if not, then the person's like, well, the date wasn't great, and I'm really not attracted to him. If I want a friend, I'll buy a Cocker Spaniel.
Some sort of spark.
There's got to be. If there's not, then it's like, what am I doing? I mean, I got enough friends. So he wanted to know what I thought the best thing. How about, do you think flowers would be overboard?
No, flowers aren't overboard.
No, you don't think? With a little note?
I mean, just to give her the largest bouquet that there is out there, but it's a nice gesture.
How about roses? Would that be too much?
No.
No?
Not at all.
What do you say, Domster?
No, I like the flower approach.
How about COD? You think that would get a reaction from her?
Yeah, I don't know if she's going on another date after that. Don't think she is.
Oh, my God. How about that? Let us know what you think. Could you get over a bad first date and go out with the person again? The person's got to be obviously, Franny told the story, it worked out well for her husband now because she worked in a public place and he could come back in.
Well, I don't know if that's why it worked out, because I worked in a public place and he could come back in.
Well, because you never, if you worked like he couldn't have came here, you got to know him, you liked him, his
I'm
personality.
sure he would have found another way around it. But yes, it was once a week on a Saturday he was able to come by and get
I
some
used to always
coffee.
look forward to seeing him. I was like, yay,
You're
coffee today.
Never there. Speaking of something that is not a good move to do, there is a crazy story about the lengths that this guy went to do something quite terrible to his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, God.
Well, this happened in the Netherlands. It wasn't here in the U.S., but this is so ridiculous that I have to talk about the story. We got to tell you. There's a 33-year-old dude who has been sentenced now to 4 months in jail for stalking after he showed up to his ex's home. Now, the interesting part about this is that he just didn't drive over and show up to his ex's home over and over again. He didn't walk either. He didn't run. He didn't take a train. He didn't ride his bicycle. What he did is he shipped himself inside of a box to her address.
Oh, my
God.
Yep. They said it's unclear if somehow she brought it inside or not, but either way, he emerged from the box and threatened her with a gun, then took off with the keys to the place. So the guy told the judge having himself delivered in a box was, quote, the only way to get in and get my stuff back, is what he said.
Oh, God.
The woman put a camera in her home after the box incident, right, and caught him showing up at her place 3 times. They said the man claims he had permission for the visits, but the judge didn't buy it. In addition to the jail time, the judge granted the woman a 3-year restraining order against him, too. Ooh. But yeah, after the fact, after the box saying that he showed up to her house.
Terrible.
And thank God she put a camera in there to see, so the judge could see what was going on. But yeah, he said the only way he could get his stuff back was by getting himself delivered.
I don't
to her
understand
house
that they didn't know there was a body in there when they were delivering the box. I mean, what the hell is that? How to go through the process?
If it was a big enough box, it could be like an appliance or something. I don't know.
Man, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you even survive without air? I mean, he's sitting in a box. That sounds a little like sounds like
maybe
he
had a buddy do it. I don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah, maybe he just was his friend put him in. He put him in a box and he put him right on the counter, like pulled it up and said, "All right, I'll get you out. Hold on, buddy, we're not gonna do it."
Let me get the dolly. We'll take you out. Yeah.
So she didn't fall for it. Well, all right, that's not a good way to get a second date. How do you get a second date if the bad one is no good? You got to be persistent. Yes, I think that's a good thing. Don't go overboard. We said maybe flowers. No gift, though, right? No gift. If you say, hey, how about a spa day?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's too much after one date.
Well, if you really like her.
I know, but I just, flowers or something nice and just be like, hey, I'm sorry if whatever it is.
I drank too much.
Yeah. I was nervous.
Okay.
Whatever the case may be, so I had too much to drink. I mean, if that's the case, if this person really has an issue with drinking too much and it happens again, like you gotta really know yourself.
Yeah, because if they
go on another date and then he's sloppy again, then she'd be like,
yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah. So if it really was just not his best self, because maybe he was nervous or maybe he let the night get away from him, then yeah. But he's also has to know himself to know, well, maybe I do drink too much and I might the next time around too.
Maybe I just don't drink so much. People I tend to drink a little bit when they go out, especially first dates. I think also, if you're a drinker, it doesn't matter what it is. But if you're like Franny said, some people get nervous and it hence happens. Dom, ever happened to you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I usually have a drink or two just to get the nerves, away. Yeah. It helps get, a drink or two too to get talking.
Yeah, and it also depends on the person. Now, if somebody doesn't drink, does that bother you if you're drinking?
No, because I cannot drink too. I mean, it's just the situation, kind of.
All right. 877-927-6969. We got a couple things on the table. You could always ask us anything. Dom's here. Generation X. He's representing over here. But you can let us talk to us about Tree Kill.
I don't know if he's Generation X.
Aren't you?
92. What is that?
I think you're like
Z?
Z.
Z?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I don't either.
Don't worry about it.
Maybe you're a millennial.
Yeah, I think
you're a millennial. Yeah, because I'm like the older of it, and I'm 10 years older than you, so I think you're a millennial.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying whatever you're doing, and you always listen to Rover. Don't forget Instagram today for Luke Bryan tickets. If that's where you want to go, the 14th, which is Sunday night, you got to make that happen today. Franny will
It's
pick
the
a
12th.
Is it?
Thursday night is the 12th.
Oh, damn
You
it.
keep on saying the 14th.
I thought you said the 14th.
Never. You keep on saying it.
Oh, the concert's Thursday? Oh, you better get ready then. It's a Thursday. It's the 12th.
The 12th.
I got to remember the
On
12th.
our Instagram, Real Radio 921 is our Instagram handle. So that you'll see the post right there. It's just the tip. Just take all that information if you want to go see Luke Bryan and do exactly what we say, and then you will be in the running, and we will pick a winner tomorrow, 10 a.m. Just check out your Instagram. I'll say between 10:30, and only one winner, all right? So if you don't get a message by 11, 12, 1, you did not win, because I have people who are like, hey, did you check? We're pretty good about getting in touch with our winners. So make sure if you do register to win for those Luke Bryan tickets on Instagram that you keep your eye on your Instagram.
Yeah, the 12th is Luke Bryan and the 14th is Korn.
Yes.
So
that's why I was getting confused.
Two different concerts, two different nights.
And the 12th is also my brother's birthday, and hats off to him. Greatest brother in the world. And I do appreciate you, pal. I know you listen once in a while, and your gifts in the mail. So that's a good thing. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
The first headline that was up on this article about the Taliban from the New York Times said, the Taliban have gone too far.
Just now?
When I saw that, I was like, did they just cross the line here? I was like,
the more I hear about this Taliban.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
We're less than 2 weeks away from our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Stream only on Hulu.
Get tickets while you still can now at AXS.com.
This year, you can be there to witness all of the incredible once-in-a-lifetime performances live and in person. Buy your iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets now, starting at just $55 plus taxes and fees at AXS.com.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
West Palm Beach, a broken down car. It is off to the shoulder. A bit of a delay. Florida Turnpike northbound right after Okeechobee Boulevard. Make sure you slow down for bicycles on your ride. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, it's Greek to tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Streets. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
Racetrack's here for whatever gets you going. Like when you've been working nonstop, on the road and on the go like you do it for a living. 'Cause you do. Then there's the company softball game. Boom, you're there. Walking the dog. Pow, he's a happy boy. Coffee with Dad. Definitely gonna make that happen. You've got it in the bag. Just one quick stop at Racetrack, and you're still the favorite son. Because you've always got time to share a coffee with someone special. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
All right, South Florida, if you're wanting to sell your car, this is easy. Hey, it's Franny. Do you want the most for your used car? Of course you do. Do you want a hassle-free process? Yes. Do you want to work with America's best car buyer? I would say so. That's GiveMeTheVin.com. GiveMeTheVin.com will beat your written CarMax offer or write you a check for $100. It's that simple. Get an instant cash offer and the most money for your used car right now at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
When I say Mo Better Garage has the largest selection of garage doors, it doesn't mean a warehouse full of crappy old doors we're trying to unload. We don't just go to the stockroom and grab something off the shelf that sort of fits. You're not buying a polyester suit off the rack over here. If we're going to help you find a gorgeous modern garage door that complements the architecture of your home, I think you deserve better than just a large, medium, or small. At Mo Better Garage, our direct supplier relationships with the best manufacturers means every garage door we install is actually a custom job. Our technicians measure your home precisely to manufacture a door exactly for your space. And we work with you to pick the color, design, and materials to get you the door that's perfect for you. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. Custom nice.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Just dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan, America, and now the universe's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness. Every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's and Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace.
Dr. Ryan Green, sharing a weight loss discovery.
You've heard of those weight loss injections that produce shocking results, right? If your goal is to lose weight, a group of doctors created a remarkable weight loss supplement called Lean, and it's very encouraging. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to help maintain healthy glucose levels, help burn fat by converting fat into energy, and reduce appetite so you eat less. Lean could be the weight loss answer you've been searching for.
Visit TakeLean.com, promo code radio. That's TakeLean.com, promo code radio.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Hi, I'm Angie Hicks, co-founder of Angie, and one thing I've learned is that you buy a house, but you make it a home. Because with every fix, update, and renovation, it becomes a little more your own. So you need all your jobs done well. For nearly 30 years, Angie has helped millions of homeowners hire skilled pros for the projects that matter. From plumbing to electrical, roof repair to deck upgrades. So leave it to the pros who will get your jobs done well. Hire high-quality certified pros at Angie.com.
Lowe's knows to start fall projects, you need reliable outdoor power equipment from Ego. Get your choice of a select 56-volt blower or chainsaw for $249. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 10/2 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Item number 520-7558 and item number 435-4078.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Tuesday. Temperatures are near 90 degrees, but it's going to feel close to 100 when you factor in the humidity. It's below heat advisory criteria, though. Scattered showers and some thunderstorms will move across the area throughout the day, too. Heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat. We'll see a few storms returning again tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
It's the political heavyweight event.
We like a good fight.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump.
Here, we're going to have some fun, right?
Lace their purple gloves and go for the knockout punch.
You know, when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for.
Which candidate will deliver?
I look forward to that debate.
Listen tonight right here or on iHeart's 24/7 News channel. Just search Debate on the free iHeartRadio app.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a good day. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. Jimmy's on vacation, but getting ready for Vegas is Dom, who's going to the big UFC fight this weekend. Are you feeling the excitement yet? Is they're starting to come on to you?
Oh, yeah.
You feeling it?
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Wow. I want to see you in the headlines late, like 1:30 in the morning on Sunday morning with Dana White. iHeartMedia employee throws down with Dana White for $40 in a parking lot. Something like that. Something crazy.
Blackjack tables with Dana White.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that, buddy. I'd back you on that one all the way. Franny's in the house.
Hey, what's up?
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
Hook 'em horns. Texas beat up Michigan pretty bad, and the AP poll came out, and they are number 2 in the country. Watch this team. They got a very good defense, and their quarterback's on the mark. Georgia's number 1, no doubt about it. Every week they're number 1, it seems like, for the last 3 or 4 years. Great offense and a very good defense, and they reload at Georgia like a lot of the big programs do. Mississippi is 4. Ohio State is 3. Big losses last week was Notre Dame was probably the biggest one. They're out of the top 10. They lost as being a 28-point favorite. Mr. Rogers found his neighborhood last night, but it wasn't in San Francisco. He was back last night. I give him a C last night, maybe a B-. The defense was really the problem for the Jets last night. Jets, Jets. No defense last night at all. 8 times in a row, the Niners scored a field goal or a touchdown, ended up winning 32-19. So not a good night for the Jets, but they'll bounce back. I think they'll win Sunday against Tennessee, and I think that'll be where Mr. Rogers gets his first W of the season. Yankees won last night 10-4, so they are in first place in American League East. Bill Belichick was on the Manning case after he went against both of those guys. Eli got him a little bit better, beating him twice in a Super Bowl, and Peyton Manning, he had a little bit better of him as the Patriots had a winning record, against Peyton Manning. But he was good, Belichick. A little dry at times, but I think he's getting used to it, just like Saban and Brady. You got to give these guys some time to get used to being on television. And again, when you saw their press conferences, you didn't get a lot, but they were also very guarded. And that is your trifecta for lunchtime. Peace.
So I'm sure you all have already heard the very sad news that broke last night of the passing of James Earl Jones. So if you go to realradio921.com on the Penthouse blog, you will see that there is a post that I did. Not only are there videos, and some of these are really, really great, including him talking about being Darth Vader, the voice of Darth Vader, also talking about, there's a clip of him doing his recording session for The Lion King, for Disney's The Lion King.
Oh, cool.
And what a blast from the past. There's also a video I posted, some movie clips from Field of Dreams, all kinds of stuff. And then I do know that George Lucas himself had a couple of words to say about it, including a lot of celebrities and people
Great
close
career.
to him. Yeah, so 93 years old, passing of James Earl Jones did happen. If you're not aware, I do have some information on that that's there. But of course, we know that he is an actor, but he's got an instantly recognizable voice.
No doubt.
Yeah, so some people were getting confused. Oh, what is it? I did read something that we have the meats, the Arby's.
Yeah.
So people thought that was James Earl Jones. Because
Okay.
it's a very deep voice.
But it
We
wasn't
Have the
him.
Meats. No. So after his passing, of course, people were saddened by it, but they're like, his that voice, his booming voice, classic, as I mentioned, a few things. And they said people on social media revealed confusion over a piece of work that he did. And it was that We Have the Meat commercials. And people were like, that's not James Earl Jones. In fact, it's Ving Rhames,
Okay.
who is also an actor. Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
He was Marcellus Wallace.
Oh,
Some
huh.
Mission Impossible films.
Yeah, I
all
remember
kinds
him.
of stuff. Yeah. So they're like, don't worry, that you'll. I love how people that was their concern. Well, who's going to say we have the meats?
Because
It's
we're a
like,
selfish society.
That was their
That's all they
concern.
care about.
Out of all the other things that
Yeah.
he's done, but it did. It hit social media. People were like, it's not James Earl Jones.
Yeah, that's how people are. They care about themselves and what they're all about. They don't care about him passing away, his family, his friends, coworkers.
I mean, I don't think that's something that they care about themselves. I don't think they looked at it that way, but they were just wondering, I mean, is he who's going to voice it after the fact. But yeah, huge career. Conan the Barbarian, Coming to America, The Sandlot, a couple Jack Ryan flicks, of course, The Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, just to name a few. So you can check out the video that I posted, realradio921.com on the Penthouse blog.
Yeah, great career, no doubt about it. So tonight's show, some news that is not great for Jimmy Fallon and his crew. I know, Franny, you had that. I heard about it over the weekend where there's going to be a change.
Yeah, and so like so many of us want to. So I don't know. Is it not great? Because I know a lot of people are looking for a 4-day work week.
I don't think he was.
I know everybody is.
I don't think Jimmy was, but I guess if he gets paid the same, might not care.
Everybody wants a 4-day work week, and that's exactly what Jimmy Fallon is getting. They said starting with the new fall season, there will be new episodes on Monday through Thursday, then a repeat on Friday nights. So the claim here tonight was actually the only late night show still doing 5 nights a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They said Jimmy, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Late Night with Seth Meyers, and The Daily Show all do 4.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. Kimmel has been taking summers off for the past few years, too. We do know that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Fallon's... So this is not like a negative. They're not looking at it as being a bad thing. Everybody else is doing it. But, yeah, he has also signed with The Tonight Show through 2028. So he's got a contract already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure he's like, sweet, 4 days, get paid the same because he's got a contract. So yeah, they are going down to 4 nights a week. I wasn't aware that they were really the only late night show that was doing 5 nights.
No. I used to watch it a little bit more. I don't now. It's not that I'm not up. I don't know. It just doesn't pop into my head. I'm usually watching Sports Center at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm in bed by then.
Yeah, usually I'm watching that and I got sports on or I'm catching some games or I don't know, something like that, especially in football season. But I don't know. If I'm flipping through and I see like, oh, Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, then maybe I'll throw it on just to see what they have.
They said that the show was taking hiatus on Fridays during the summer, previous seasons, right? But they still, like when they went back to regular season, were still doing the 5 nights. But they said, late night, as G-Man mentioned, with him not watching it, I think a lot of people has been challenged in recent years thanks to the viewer habits that have been changing. So they said with the Late Late Show ended when James Corden left last year, replaced by the game show After Midnight, which cost way less to produce, they said, too.
Sure.
They also said that Meyer Show lost his house band as part of larger budget cuts, too. So they're just not bringing in the money that they once did. And then Fallon, however, won't be going anywhere, right? He just signed a new deal, so he will be until 2028. We're just losing a day of live.
And then I think a lot of people sometimes, an automatic thing was, you get in bed at the end of the day, maybe put your TV on. Now people scroll their phone. They look at Instagram for a half hour, 20 minutes, they fall asleep. Maybe a story they're looking into, something in the news, politics, sports, read emails. That's all stuff, we didn't have years ago. So your only choice was late night TV. I mean, there's some experts that think it's going to go away totally. I don't know that's going to happen, but definitely can make a difference. Bruce Springsteen, they had a movie out about him in the background of the group and what they're like on the road at the Toronto Film event. And it supposedly is very good. It supposedly did very well. It's about Springsteen, their whole band, the E Street Band, what goes on with the scenes. If you're a Springsteen fan, you might want to check it out. I'm sure it's going to be, it was in Toronto last night, but I'm sure it's going to be around here, too, that you can check it out. You ever see Springsteen?
No, I haven't.
Are you a fan of him?
I am, yep.
Yeah, you like him? Yeah, he's unbelievable. I saw him twice. I'm not a super big fan. More of a Jersey thing. I went, but he talked about giving your money's worth to everybody. I mean, he's like Billy Joel. They play for 3 hours and change, and he breaks his ass. But supposedly this is very good. It got good reviews. Like I said, it was last night in Toronto. They released it. The background about everything going on. I think his wife is sick. I think I read that. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I do think his wife is dealing with some kind of an illness. But it is Springsteen. There was some rumors about a month ago he was retiring with his farewell tour. He said, I'm not retiring. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be around until years and years. And he loves the tour. He just loves. He loves getting out there and getting up there with his guitar. And he's still putting on a great show. It's not like anybody's like, you know what? He's phasing out.
I'm not familiar with this movie, but thank you for putting it on my radar because I will look at 47142. Started off with Real Radio. Says Robin Williams and James Earl Jones and the angriest man in Brooklyn scene is hilarious. And they quoted a line on there, but I'm not familiar with that movie. The Angriest Man in Brooklyn?
No, I'm not either.
So with Robin Williams, James Earl Jones, I got to take a look at it. Definitely do. And then we have Greek is cracking me up today, even more than usual. He keeps saying the 14th, and he said the next 4 seasons instead of months. I don't know how you handle working with him 5 days a week. Well, I mean, Jimmy has to do 6, so I would.
14, 12.
It's
whatever.
fun.
It's a show.
It's a show.
Rocking horse, crazy horse.
It's a show.
It works out.
Keeps you
come
on your toes.
Yeah. Keeps you involved. Come on. It's part of the madness. That's what it's all about. If I was always perfect, it'd be boring. I mean, come on. That's what it's about.
That is what it's about.
That's what it's about. Jimmy is on vacation, though. He'll be back with us later in the week. Dominic doing a great job getting ready to go to Vegas to the UFC fight. How long have you been going to UFC fights? Wow.
This is my 3rd one.
Oh, it's only your 3rd one.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you go to Brooklyn recently, or am I wrong?
No, I went to Vegas 2 months ago for it, the International Fight Week.
And then where was the other one you went to?
Miami.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you went to Brooklyn. That's probably some other girl I know. 877-927-6969. She goes to a lot of UFC fights. That's why I brought it up. Give us a call, what you think about the whole Tyreek video that came out, if you have an opinion on it. Also, we had a scenario where a guy is a little bit mad at his wife's friend because she didn't tell him he was cheating. His wife was cheating on him for 12 years. I think I'd be mad more at the wife for cheating for 12 years, but he's a little bit mad about it.
I think he is. I think he was initially, but he's also like, I don't want to talk to your friends because they didn't tell me and they knew this whole time. So somebody who people were mad at for a long time, especially that bought tickets, I am so shocked that this is happening. You may or may not be familiar, but they made a documentary about it, which you can find, about the Fire Festival, which was a disaster.
Yeah.
And
was it a scam?
It was 2017. If you have not seen it, check it out. Billy McFarland was a guy who was behind it. He even served prison time for it.
He should.
For fraud. People showed up. The bands that were supposed to be there weren't there. There were some, but they spent a lot of money. It was on an island.
Ja Rule was a part of it, too.
Yeah, it was supposed to be super extravagant, all these things.
Screwed everybody.
And I remember people like posting pictures of their food, and they were like, look at this garbage that they're serving us. But people spent good money, and a lot of influencers showed up because it was supposed to be the time of their lives. Well, yeah, despite this disastrous outcome with the 2017, and they got stranded. Some of the attendees got stranded on the organizer.
It was a disaster.
I mean, by that. But they said, yeah, Billy McFarland, prison time, fraud. Well, he recently announced that he plans on doing a Fire Festival too. In 2025.
He's not going to change the name. He's going to come back with it again.
The new event scheduled to take place on another private island off of Mexico's Caribbean.
Should do it in Staten Island.
They say next April 25th through the 28th aims to rebuild the brand's reputation. The brand doesn't have a reputation.
Yeah, it sucks.
So, however, with no confirmed acts yet and high ticket prices, so no confirmed acts, and they're still selling. The public remains understandably skeptical, of course, due to what happened, his criminal history. But why would you even take the chance? And I'm talking about as a fan, as a person, to go and purchase these tickets, especially the fact that they're saying that you can get these tickets and not even knowing. And I know festivals do it all the time, right? They will. They'll sell tickets like Tortuga you can buy before they even announce a lineup. Mm-hmm. But they're a legitimate festival.
And you know you're going to see big acts.
Yeah, like Coachella, and even for the experience, they have a good reputation.
Sure. This guy.
No, his first one was a total flop. In fact, like he said, it was a scam, basically, is what it was. So, yeah, they said that production company, which they said is going to handle another one. They haven't given this a name, but it's going to handle all the logistics. But he says it's the real deal kind of production company. He said, but we are developing and building out the private island for the actual festival festivities. And they claim that this is supposed to be the party of 2025.
And this guy's done jail time for the same thing a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And he's back.
Should I go as media?
If it's free, just to check it out, you could,
Get your UFC pass.
You can put boots on the ground. I want to know from you. I want you to be the boots, and I want you to tell us what's going on. But yes, I would never pay for that. But as I mentioned, not cheap. He said he's already sold 100 tickets.
Oh, wow.
It's already 100 fools out there. $500 a piece. And other packages will soon be going on sale, ranging from $1,400 to $1.1 million.
Oh, what a scammer.
Packages. Like, what do you get? So this is what they say for the $1.1 million.
I want to hear this.
You'll be on a boat because they're going to have luxury yachts that they're going to partner with who will be docked and parked outside the island. But once again, Fry is not just about this like luxury experience. It's about the adventure. So you'll be scuba diving with him too. So you get to scuba dive with him.
Oh,
you'll be bouncing around to other islands and other countries on small planes. As for convincing others let down by the first festival to return, because he was on the Today Show talking about this. He says that McFarlane says he has plans for that too, right? For the people to convince them. He says it's hard because this is a deeper issue, where there are people who were legitimately hurt and let down from fire. He said whether that was an employee and a family of a member of an employee, a ticket holder, there's a lot of work that needs to be done to repay those people. I don't think it's practical. I don't actually think it's right to try to do all that in the first year. I think that would lead to short-term decisions. So we're trying to find small ways to give back to everybody that was hurt along the way. So although he is looking to revamp the festival and the brand this time, one thing will remain: the cheese sandwiches.
The cheese sandwich for $1 million. Nice.
He said, we will have cheese sandwiches. He said, they're going to be super expensive too. We're going to make them like really good. That'll be like the highest priced food item, I think. What? This is him talking, and I hope that was just tongue in cheek.
What a wacko.
But yeah, he was. He was talking to the people over at the Today Show, so they had him on.
And I can't believe they had him on, too. This is a guy who went to jail.
Of course, yeah, because they're just like, they probably looked at it as like, this guy for real?
Oh, my God.
Doing it again.
And he sold 100 tickets
already.
All right, Dom's going to go represent us. He's going to be the media, get out there, and going to represent Real Radio and the media and be like, all right, I'm here.
Yeah, he's going to be the
What am I going to do now?
You're
There's nothing here.
You will. You will be the person, like, you have to come back, report to us every day if your cell phone, if your cellular service works. You give us a call and tell us what's going on.
Let us know. We'll get you a helicopter. You can fly back.
Oh, great.
Netflix has got a 3-part series coming out. That's going to be in December with Mr. Rogers. And it's going to show him, from the first couple of days after he was injured. There's supposedly a trailer that was released last night, but there's a woman on the plane, but you cannot see her face in the trailer. They keep her face out of it. I don't know who it is or what it is. He is supposedly dating some girl for a while, but in the trailer, you cannot see her face. So it's very unique. It's Rogers being Rogers again. Netflix 3-part series with him, and you can check it out if you're a fan in December.
Did you see his interview with Alex Smith?
No. Oh, yeah. You know what? I caught a little of that, but I missed it. I must have been interested because Alex Smith, nobody's got more injuries than him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and he came back.
It was pretty good having the two of them because they both are, quarterbacks that got horrible injuries.
Well, Alex Smith was way worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how the hell that guy came back. He was almost going to lose his leg, which was so sad. He was the number 1 pick. He didn't get enough credit. But, man, I saw the documentary on his leg. I couldn't watch it after a while. I mean, and God bless him that he came back to play and what his wife had to deal with and the kids. I mean, man, it was unbelievable.
But the two of them had a lot of relatable stuff, yeah.
Well, I think when you get injured one time, you know what? You go back in the beginning, you're gun shy. I heard that I did hear. And I remember when Rodgers went down in the second quarter, oh, my God, the whole state of New York, every light went off because you were worried that he wasn't going to get up. But he got back up. He bounced up. But, I mean, Achilles is such a difficult, problem. And it's one of those injuries that you worry about. But, yeah, Alex Smith, though, man, when I read the story about him, even when it was going on, like can't comprehend, like he was going to lose his leg.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing, I don't think to me, that's it. You're going to, God forbid, lose your leg. And he came back.
Yep.
He had the rods in his legs. I think he had like 9 surgeries or something like that. And again, he was a guy, didn't have to play. Millions of dollars, too. Signed a couple big deals. He was fine. I mean, he had his wife and kids. I would have just hung out. But God bless him. He went through it. He came back for a short period, and then he ended up retiring. But, yeah, they have that extra gear in them that I think a lot of average people don't have, where you would be like, screw this, I'm not doing this.
Competitive.
Yeah, beyond belief. Mm-hmm. And also the quality of, if somebody says you can't do it, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to show you I can come back from this. Rodgers had it last year when he was talking about where he almost played last year, and nobody's ever come back in the same season. He talked about that, where he was going to come back, and he was doing a couple of different medicines, something that was really not, that we understand. But it's just crazy. Like I said, the way the whole thing is. But the Netflix, I would check it out. It's on in December. If I see it, I'll check it out. But I'm not going to make an appointment for it. But there is a girl in the trailer who they hide her face. I don't know who it is. And if it was his girlfriend, I don't know why they hide his face.
I mean, that doesn't make sense to me at the time. Or maybe since then he broke up with her and he's with a new girl.
Possibly.
Yeah, who the hell knows?
Sure, yeah, there's definitely reason behind it.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Greek.
Yes.
What's a better start for the Jets? 1-0, but you lose Aaron Rodgers, or you're 0-1?
Oh, my God. It's not even worth it. 0-1. You lose Aaron Rodgers, you're done.
But you won.
Doesn't matter. The one win, that's all you're going to win. Look what happened last year. If he gets hurt, it's any quarterback in college football or the NFL, college football Division I, loses their starting quarterback who is very good, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. There's no way around it. Once in a blue moon, a second stringer comes in and helps you for a couple of games, but not this team. You take Mahomes out of the Chiefs, they're done. I mean, you go up and down. Prescott out of Dallas, Tua with us. I mean, anywhere you want to go. Hurts with Philadelphia. You know, I mean, we're going to see the Packers now. What's the name? Love's out for a month, and they lost. They got a bad scenario because they lost the game, and he's out for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they won that game, it would have been huge. But he's out for a month, and they lost. They're screwed.
I don't think they're favorites in this next game, too.
Oh, they shouldn't be.
Who do they play again? I'm sorry.
This week, I don't know who they play.
Oh, okay.
I haven't really checked the lines yet. I know the Jets are playing Tennessee, but I haven't really seen who Green Bay is playing. He's checking for you now. But, yeah, they got the backup quarterback who's not great at all.
The Colts.
Oh, the Colts will beat them. Yeah, I think the Colts will definitely beat them. Colts aren't bad.
They're favored 3.5 points on ESPN.
Yeah, I take the Colts today because that line's going to go up. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Tuesday. A little raining out there, so if you're driving, please be careful and pack your patience, as Johnny C. used to say, and don't be going being kookaloon. We'll be back in a few minutes with some Florida stories and a lot more. Peace.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Go on, tell it. Show that damn thing who's boss. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
West Palm Beach, a broken down car. It is off to the shoulder. A bit of a delay. Florida Turnpike northbound right after Okeechobee Boulevard. Make sure you slow down for bicycles on your ride. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
Hey, it's the Greek, and football's back. Watch parties, tailgate parties, people come over to the house to watch the game. Well, Tito's Vodka needs to be your quarterback. From the sidelines to the goal line, Tito's Vodka has you covered. This football season, make sure you have plenty of Tito's, and Tito's is on your roster. Pick up a bottle today and enjoy football season, baby. Go Tito's. And even if your team's losing, you're a winner because you got Tito's handmade vodka on your team. Peace.
In life, some days are good, and some could be better. The same is true for recovery. Both take work, both take adjustments. Finding your path is a key part of your journey, and then it's all about walking it every day. Embrace the good days, the not-so-good days, and the challenges, and acknowledge how you overcame them. Be open to every part of the journey and welcome it. It's unique, and it's all part of you. Find the path to recovery that works for you. Learn more at cdc.gov/stopoverdose.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Dr. Ryan Green, sharing a weight loss discovery.
You've heard of those weight loss injections that produce shocking results, right? If your goal is to lose weight, a group of doctors created a remarkable weight loss supplement called Lean, and it's very encouraging. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to help maintain healthy glucose levels, help burn fat by converting fat into energy, and reduce appetite so you eat less. Lean could be the weight loss answer you've been searching for.
Visit TakeLean.com, promo code radio. That's TakeLean.com, promo code radio.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's the Greek. Greek, you have a 401k? Have you looked at it? Do you know what you're investing in? Are you sure about the things you're putting your money in? You might not be, and you might be afraid to ask. Well, call Trajan Wealth today, 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000, offices in West Palm Beach. Jeff Jr. staff will sit down with you. You'll figure out your goals and your plans and what you're investing in because your money should be working for you. And they'll help you, and they'll look at your 401k and tell you the best direction you should go with your money so when you retire, you have some money there to enjoy South Florida. Call Trajan Wealth today, 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. You need a plan, baby. Trajan Wealth can help you. Peace. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC and SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertisement.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer. Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Tuesday. Temperatures are near 90 degrees, but it's going to feel close to 100 when you factor in the humidity. It's below heat advisory criteria, though. Scattered showers and some thunderstorms will move across the area throughout the day, too. Heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat. We'll see a few storms returning again tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more, all at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday. I could use a cappuccino if anybody's in the area. Thank you. Jimmy's on vacation, but Dom's here.
Going to get it right now.
I appreciate it. Don't get a small. It's fine.
A nice little Nespresso machine in there. They make very similar things. You just don't have the
He's
dairy.
fancy, don't you know?
I know, but Nespressos are fancy. I mean, considering all the other stuff.
Yeah, it's good. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
George
it worked.
Clooney likes it, then, right?
No,
It's
then
good
I
enough
like
for you.
it.
It's good enough for George Clooney.
It's
then.
good enough for the Greek.
Exactly.
Oh my God, another endorsement. Watch out, George. If it's good enough for George Clooney, then I guess it's good enough for the Greek. Franny's here.
Hey.
Doing a bang-up job, by the way. Can't tell you enough what a great job you do every day.
Thanks,
Well, it's the truth. I believe that. I mean, I think you should always tell somebody we're doing a good job. Don't fake it. If they're not, don't do it.
I mean, Franny's the whole show.
You got it.
Hi, Dom.
Okay, kiss her ass a little bit more. You're smart.
He is.
You always get farther with a beautiful lady than a man. Believe me when I tell you.
I don't know, unless it's Greek.
No, I put you ahead of me. Florida stories?
Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Alrighty, well, let's start with the dude who made it very easy to get arrested.
But why?
Because he just passed out in
Oh.
his car in a turning lane, mind you. So, yeah, he was in a turn lane, U.S. Highway 27. This happened in Apopka. A 41-year-old, Fermin is his name. And cops spotted the vehicle around 10 o'clock at night. Because, yeah, just hanging out in a turning lane. That's not where you park a car.
Nope.
And they looked, and the guy was sleeping inside. So, of course, knocked on the window, woke him up. And they said that they did have to call him back up, and it wasn't because he was being all froggy, just a language barrier there. But the first clue that he had been drinking, well, first of all, they said he was driving mostly barefoot, and by that's because he was only wearing a sock, just one sock, and the other foot was...
Now, we talked about this. I want to interrupt you. I thought somebody did tell us you are allowed in the state of Florida to drive barefoot.
Yeah, it's not illegal here. But that's how they're like looking. They're like, he's just got one sock on, and the other one is bare. But they're like, this is. And then
I was in a rush this morning.
Well, that was just like that was kind of a hint that he was messed up. I mean, besides the fact that he was sleeping in a turning lane.
Yeah, that helps.
Another big hit, and then the fact that they saw 4 bottles of Corona in the passenger seat on deck, ready for him to drink up when he woke up. I guess
that's okay.
Well, when they asked him about the beer, he was very honest. He claimed that he had 25 beers since 5 o'clock. It was 10 o'clock, so 5 beers an hour. So they said that he knocked back 25 beers, which is quite an accomplishment. But I don't think it's one that you should brag about to cops, right?
Not to cops. Maybe your fraternity brothers or guys you're banging around with, but not to the police.
He did, shocker, fail the field sobriety test.
He probably broke the machine.
No, the field sobriety test.
Whatever.
But then he refused the breathalyzer. He did not do the breathalyzer, so there was no breaking of the machine. And they were like, all right, well, after you admitted to drinking 25 beers, I think that's enough for them to be like,
you're coming with us.
DUI, dude. Yes, and they did. They said that they booked him into the Lake County Jail, but they were like, all right, don't be drinking and driving, all right? But then, they said don't let drinking 25 beers in one night. It's no small feat either.
So they wanted to give him something?
No, they were like, if you were at home. That was according to the report I read. It's funny. They're like, that's not a small feat. So congrats on that.
Yeah,
but
good
don't
job.
Be drinking and driving.
Yeah, way to be.
I mean, the dude's only like 5'4", 160 pounds. So.
5'4"? What is he, a jockey?
They said do the pounds. He drank 18.75 pounds of beer in one night.
Wow.
# math. I love whoever wrote this article. That's awesome.
Hashtag.
But yes, that's a lot to drink, so don't do that.
25. People would pass out.
And he did.
Yeah,
in his
he
car,
did.
in the turning lane.
That's normal. Just he passed out in a bad place.
Yes. Well, he should not have been behind the wheel. And then, thank you, Dom, for sending me this story. One of my favorite spots.
Yeah, mine too.
I love this place. Delray Beach has a location. West Palm Beach, Las Olas has a location. But El Camino, well, you know what? This happens a lot. I actually know somebody in my friend circle who was very close to us. He moved states because he did this, and that was stealing from a restaurant that he worked for.
That's not good.
Good guy, at least to us he was, but when it comes to his work ethic and what he did, not so much. And when he got busted, he moved from Florida to Colorado to get away from things.
How's he doing?
And this guy, well, he didn't have the chance to move. So there was a closing shift manager accused of stealing nearly $10,000 from El Camino, West Palm Beach. That's the one in City Place. West Palm Beach Police Department stated that back in June, restaurant manager reported a theft scheme committed by a longtime employee, Dustin Brutton, if I'm saying that right. The probable cause affidavit reports that El Camino's accountant discovered a discrepancy in the amount of money in their petty cash line. And it was for a few months, from March 2024 to June 2024. The restaurant manager told officers that upon further review, they uncovered that it looks like Dustin was the on-shift manager when those shortages took place. Every time those shortages took place.
Bad coincidence, Your Honor.
You're not the one. I mean, you're dealing with money, but if you know you got an accountant or somebody who's backing up, like, what are you doing?
10 grand.
Yeah, he deceived, they said, upper management by changing the formula in manager spreadsheets to show incorrect numbers.
Well, at least he did some work. He
In
just
doing
didn't steal it.
That's what they said. In doing this, he was able to physically steal cash from the restaurant through the petty cash.
All right, so we'll give him that.
It was noted in the report that he had changed the spreadsheet on 25 different dates.
You don't steal at all.
He did, in July, confess to upper management that he had stolen the money due to financial debt and, of course, was terminated. But not just terminated. Of course, you get arrested for something of that. And he has been accused of grand theft and organized scheme to defraud. Yeah, I know it's hard, and I know people need money. I get it, believe me. But you just don't go stealing because
you don't steal from anybody.
I think landing in jail sucks way more than that.
So what are you saying? If he got away with it, it was okay?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't do it.
Stealing's bad. You can't steal ever.
I know. And then finally here, more drugs and a lot of drugs. I mean, they have but this wasn't ones just floating. These are the ones that have been seized. This is absolutely nuts because we've been talking about the kilos and kilos and kilos that are in our waterways and on shore and down in the Florida Keys. We even had some in the Gulf. But the U.S. Coast Guard crew offloaded a multi-million-dollar haul of drugs, Port Everglades. yesterday. They said that they were responsible for unloading the more than 4,000 pounds of cocaine seized in the Caribbean Sea with an estimated street value of $54 million.
My God.
This says seizure came as a result of 3 separate, they said, incidents by the Coast Guard, Customs, and, of course, Border Protection, Air, and Marine Operations. Also, Britain's Royal Navy was in the mix, too.
Wow. They got everybody.
They got everybody. They said they also, not only did they seize that large amount of drugs, they apprehended 11 smugglers, too.
Oh.
They said their steadfast efforts, along with those of foreign allies and partner agencies, continue to prove vital to countering drug trafficking organizations. But, man, that was a big get.
Huge.
They said closer to shore, federal agents announced the arrest of 27 people, including a South Florida boat racing team owner that were part of this major cocaine trafficking bust. And this happened this past Friday. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
There's I got to look.
They got 11 people. They should ask them, like, why do you guys keep dropping all your product in the ocean?
Yeah,
like,
but
what the hell are you doing?
Those racing team owner people, by the way, have lots of money. Have you ever
Tons.
That league, that industry,
Forget
lots of money.
Tom Brady just bought into it.
Yeah, so this guy was the owner of a racing team, and what better boat
to get away
to go back and forth with drugs than a racing boat?
Yeah.
So
I got my own boat.
I mean.
How do you guys do racing? Not great, but we outdo the Coast Guard every day.
That's crazy. But yeah, they said, I got to look more into this racing boat team owner that did it. But yeah, that happened on Friday. It's JS Racing S7 owner, convicted felon now, John Robert Strama Jr., facing counts of conspiracy to distribute and possess with the intent to distribute. Let's see, 5 kilograms of cocaine. Oh yeah, a bunch of stuff going on. Oh, I'm gonna do some research on that guy.
And how much was it? 10 pounds that they popped? 11 people, and how much coke?
Wait, just now? The one that I said?
Yeah, millions, right? It was
54. No, did you say 10 pounds? 4,000 pounds.
4,000.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's a lot.
$54 million. And then finally here, if you did not hear and you were excited about what was going to go on with the Bright Line, Stewart City Commissioner voted last night, Commissioner, shall I say, to rescind the agreements with Bright Line in Martin County on a train station that was slated for the downtown area. Stewart, 3 of the 5 commissioners were concerned about a potential $30 million price tag for taxpayers. So after last night's vote, Brightline said it will work with all cities and counties on the Treasure Coast to determine the next steps for a train station. So they say Fort Pierce is reportedly still in play. But Martin County is going to discuss Brightline and its next steps today. They're supposed to do that. And that is your What the Florida.
Thank you, Franny. Great job. As always, we do it twice a show, 11:05 and 1:05. You guys give us the stories, and we let it rip right back to you. Plastic surgeons are reporting that there was a major increase in people getting plastic surgeries, female and men, in their 30s. They said that is on the rise. And I know, Franny, you also had something on this subject about guys who possibly want 6-packs. And it looks like maybe that's going to happen.
Yeah, this is a specific plastic surgery that they have. And, dad bods were all the rage. Everybody was talking about it. They're like, yeah, women love dad bods. Guys like dad bods.
No more.
To each his own, right? But they are noticing that 6-pack surgery is more than popular than ever before for men, plastic surgery. And so they said the U.S. men are increasingly turning to plastic surgery procedures. It's called ab etching.
Ab etching?
Ab etching.
I'm going in for an ab etching. I'll be back on Thursday.
Yeah, to achieve those 6-pack abs without having to do a single sit-up, crunch, whatever, plank. High definition liposuction is what it is. Involves sculpting the stomach muscles by removing fat from specific areas to create the illusion. So it's just an illusion of a toned tummy.
Probably $10,000.
Yeah, they say, it's not a quick fix, and patients have to maintain a healthy lifestyle if you want it to keep on looking that way, at least as best as you can, right? But yeah, it's just high definition lipo is what they say. It's very popular in Brazil. A lot of things start in Brazil.
Everything does. It seems like with plastic surgery and inexpensive.
Well, I mean, you look at them. I mean, they are great bodies. A lot of Brazilians, men and women, quite beautiful. Some are real, some are fake. But I think that style of body was very natural. And then the ones who couldn't or were not born that way then started getting it.
Yeah. Can't beat them, joining.
Yeah, then it became popular here. But they said, yes, now it's gaining traction in the U.S. They said one of Dr. Gabe in Beverly Hills says, I'm seeing an increase in high-definition liposuction specifically for men, and what they want is for me to give them basically Insta-abs.
Insta-abs.
Insta-abs. Yep, but they said you have to, if you get this done, you got to maintain a healthy lifestyle to keep the results. And those with an active lifestyle, well, you got to be ruled out. So if you come in and you're just like, oh, fix me, suck it out, and they're just like, well, are you going to maintain it? Do you have a healthy lifestyle? If not, what's the point? Then you're going to keep on going, and they say that's unhealthy to keep on doing that. But they say more men now seem to want a more youthful appearance and are ditching the dad bods than ever before. So I feel like it was only like last year. People were like, oh, yeah, we're cool.
I love the dad bods.
Cool with dad bods.
Yeah, they're cool. But this is something you're going to have to pay for. Plastic surgery, you can't get it covered. Remember that. Don, did you have something?
Nope, I did not.
Okay, I thought you wanted to tell me something. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys want to get involved. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Those are the two ways today you can get involved in the show. If you have anything you want to bring up, let us know. On the table today, we had a cheating situation. If you're not familiar with it, I'm not going to go over it, so you missed it. And Tariq Gill, his video is out there. What are your thoughts about the whole situation now? How could it have been handled better on all parties? Not just Tariq's part or the police part, but what do you think when everybody around, when it's said and done? And what is going to happen? I mean, that's what a lot of people are questioning, like what ends up happening from here. I said yesterday he got arrested. He did not get arrested. He wasn't arrested. He was detained for a little while. But it's one of those situations where I think Tariq could have acted better in the beginning and maybe when escalated, and the police definitely did too much force. But unfortunately, all around, somebody's going to get in trouble for this. And the good thing is, you know what? If they find out in an investigation that somebody did something wrong, they should get in trouble because you don't want it happening again.
We have 47142. Start it off with Real Radio. Let's see. Fire Festival 2.0. The song will be fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again. That's from Sarah B.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You go to that, there's something wrong with you. After you hear this guy, he went to jail for this, and he's doing it. And what kahoonies this guy has. Don't play cards with him, because he'll bluff you to hell. Are you kidding me?
And I have, hey, Franny, don't be a kookaloo. And they put a bunch of question marks. I don't know what that is either, so don't worry. And then tell Greek that Ty Detmer, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Is still the Packers' backup quarterback.
Ty Detmer?
Did I say that right? I don't know. That's what the text says.
I thought it was somebody else. Maybe, yeah.
But I'm saying the name right? Detmer? Ty Detmer?
No, I think Ty Detmer is retired years ago.
I don't know. That's what the text says.
Yeah, he retired years ago. It's not Ty Detmer. I think that's a little tongue-in-cheek. Kiss my tongue and I'll give you my cheek. 877-927-6969. Aaron Rodgers last night did play. Today is on ESPN right now talking about podcasts and what happened last night. I give him a B-C for his performance last night. That's what I give him.
The quarterback for Green Bay, the fill-in, will be Malik Willis.
Yeah, Ty Detmer played years ago, and he's retired. He went to BYU.
Okay.
So I think that was a little bit of a joke that the Packers are in trouble.
Go. All right. Well, there you go. There was a joke.
There it is.
I didn't get it, so hopefully you did.
So, Franny, I hear this from a lot of people, and I know you have the story, and I always think it's a little bit of, like dry toast on bananas. I don't believe it when they say they walk.
Dry toast on bananas, huh?
Yeah, 10,000 steps. I'm like, get the hell out of here. That's a lot of steps.
Oh, well, our girl Sarah B said that she's taken 10,000 steps a day, and she's been losing weight that way.
I didn't say Sarah, just that some people tell me.
Yeah, and you hear from
Sarah, let me see the proof.
You hear from a lot of fitness influencers, and not just that, also medical professionals that try to take at least 10,000 steps a day. And then there's some that have been like, all right, you can get the same benefits from taking 7,500 steps a day. There's always going to be conflicting things, but of course, I think the more you walk, the better it is for you, right?
And if it's somebody in your life you don't like, you say, take 10,000 steps away from me, please.
But unfortunately, and I'm just reporting what they have with these studies. We don't know, but we have heard that these trackers aren't always accurate, the fitness trackers. I have the same thing. I track stuff on my Apple Watch, and I know everybody who has one of those. And the Fitbits, all kinds of smartwatches do have trackers on it, including how many steps you take a day. But I love these people are trying to burst our bubble here. They're like, don't get too proud of yourself when you hit 10,000 steps a day.
Okay.
There says there's a decent chance it's more like 9,000, which is still pretty good.
That's a lot.
They said a study finds that fitness tracking apps aren't as accurate as you think, and I've always thought that. I never take this, to Bible. Like I don't. I just look at it as kind of like an estimation. Just maybe this is how many calories, close enough, or this is how many steps, it's close enough. But they say that That includes, besides them not being accurate, counting the numbers of steps you take in the day. They looked at Fitbits, Apple Watches, and a bunch of other brands, and they said 5 things those devices track and how accurate the results are. And this is what they found out in the study. Heart rate. They said the heart rate's pretty good. Real number might be about 3% higher or lower than what it is, but normally it's pretty on point. They said heart rate variability, that slight variation in time between heartbeats, which can help predict potential health issues. They found they're pretty accurate when you're sitting down, but when you're moving around, not so much.
Okay.
The sleep tracking. I don't ever do sleep tracking because I don't sleep with my watch on.
Okay. Nope,
That's the
me
time
either.
my watch is charging, you know?
So you would have to leave your watch on to do the tracking.
Uh-huh.
If you're following along at
That's
home.
how it works. That's how it works.
Can't it just be like laying next to you?
But some people are curious, so maybe they'll charge up their watch before they go to bed and put it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, they found fitness trackers tend to overestimate how long you were sleeping and underestimate how long it took you to fall asleep. Calories burned, not great. Some devices underestimated by up to 21%. Others overestimated by up to 14%. So you might think you just burned 100 calories, but in round numbers, you really burned anywhere from 90 to 125. I'm not freaking out about that. 100 is right in the middle, whatever. Counting steps, not fully awful, but not great either. It says it might say you took 9% fewer steps than you really did, or 12% more. That means it could say 10,000 steps when you really took anywhere from 9,000 to 11,000. So another one of those things. We're right in the middle. Who cares? But they said, here's the good news. In general, they found out that these fitness trackers are more likely to undercount. More than likely to undercount than overcount. So if it says 10,000, chances are you're actually doing more. So that's a good thing, right?
10,000
that's a
steps
silver
seems-
lining there. In general, they track more. They're more likely to undercount,
10,000 steps, and I always heard that. I thought it was a lot of steps during the day.
Well, I mean, if you think about it like us, we sit on our ass. Anywhere we're going to walk is to the kitchen, to a studio, to the bathroom. We drive to work. There's a lot of people who have to walk places, walk to work, walk up flight of stairs.
Yeah.
We just have, it's just different where we are. I mean, because of what I do, besides working out, like if I go to the grocery store, I try to park in the back. So at least I'm getting some steps around to get in because I know at work, there's not that much movement going on.
So you're actually conscious of that, so you'll park far away.
Yeah, because I know I'm sitting on my ass a few hours a day, so I try to get in those steps.
Dom, how about you? Think you do 10,000 steps?
Yeah, for sure. Especially if there's like an event going on, something like that.
Oh, yeah, that.
I know at festivals, I used to cover almost 8 to 10 miles a day.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
At music festivals, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a ton.
Yeah, but I mean, when you go to amusement parks, keep your tracker on. Even just Saturday walking around College Town, Athens, I clocked in almost, I think it was like 10.5 miles or something. And that was just from going around and walking everywhere. But yeah, day to day, do people like me and you and others who sit in offices like that? No, you got to make an effort.
Yeah, you definitely do. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you want to get involved in the Penthouse. Penthouse is always the best view in the house. Remember that. You guys are always welcome to get involved, whether you want to text us, call us, email us if you want. The email for Jimmy's down right now, but you can do that. Dominic, do we have somebody on hold?
We do. We have your friend, Sarah B.
Sarah B., what's up?
Hey, so what proof is it you need to see, Greek?
Proof with what? I wasn't calling you out.
The 10,000 steps.
I just always, when people say it, I think it sounds a little fugazi to me. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of steps.
It is a lot of steps, but you also have to understand, I walk to work. I don't have a car. I walk home.
Well, and again, like I just said, Your Honor, I was not calling you out.
I think he just doesn't believe his friends.
Yeah, I don't believe people when they tell me that. I don't believe anybody when they tell me anything. But when people say they work 10,000 steps, and some of the people I know, my friends like maybe walk around the casino or at the track, that's about it. They'll walk to. Or maybe to one bedroom to another bedroom or something like that. Or
The
from
cashier counter.
Yeah, for maybe like from the restaurant bar to like the cigar bar, maybe. We had, and I kid you not, there was about 6 of us. We were out the other night at this restaurant a couple of weeks ago, and we were going to walk to the other side of this complex. I want to say it was a decent-sized complex. I'm trying to give a comparison that people would, I don't know what it was. It wasn't a mile. It was less than a mile.
Okay.
I had like 4 of my friends that couldn't do it. They're like, oh my God. Like, all their chest. I'm like, guys, are you
Call an
kidding?
Uber.
I'm like, and that's what they said. We should have called Uber. It was in a complex in Boca, but it was one, like in the front of it. We had to go all the way to the back
Okay.
by a hotel. So I said, let's just walk. You know, we're going to get in. We had 5 different cars. I said, just walk across. We'll cut it across. And there was like this restaurant alley you walk through where there's a bunch of restaurants. And then you get to the hotel where we were going. And 4 of them, I'm telling you, they couldn't make it. One of my buddies stopped. He goes, I got to stop. I go, are you kidding me? Like,
but it's not just your friends. I'm not surprised. There's some people who look like they're in shape who go out there because they just don't move that much.
And two of my friends, I'm telling you, I was really surprised because they look like they're in decent shape. And they were like,
you can look it, but actually not be, especially cardiovascularly. Like maybe they just don't walk that often.
Oh, no, he couldn't do it. But he stopped at the bench. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Dan and yoga? You're 108 years old? Stop.
Stretching.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
My hamstring.
Oh, yeah. One of my buddies wouldn't even do it. He goes, no, I'm taking my car. I'm like, dude, we're going to walk like right through here. It's not that far.
Takes him 20 seconds in his car to get to where he has to go.
Yeah, and he pulled over. And I'm like, Joey and John couldn't make it. He goes, I'm not surprised. He goes, that was far. He goes, I don't know what the hell you were thinking. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I don't know. So I just think a lot of people yang the yang with their line when they're saying it, and it makes them feel good. Like, oh, I did 10,000 steps, but I don't believe they do it. But, Sarah, I wasn't questioning you. I know your work ethic and how you walk everywhere because you tell us. So I don't. If you tell me you work 10,000 steps, I would believe it.
Yeah. Well, and then like this week, because I know I'm treating myself every day.
It's your birthday.
12,000 a day to try to balance it out.
Yeah. How old are you going to be if you don't mind me asking? Are you under 36? If you're over 36, don't tell me your age.
No, I don't.
Is that the age?
I know. Is that the limit where women shouldn't like tell you how old they are?
No, because if she's under 36, I'll play the number in roulette. That's what I'm
Me
thinking.
too this weekend.
What'd you say?
Me too this weekend in Vegas. I'll play it.
Yeah. So if you're under 36, because I met you, Sarah, a couple of years ago, you look like you're in your late 20s.
Yeah, she does look very young.
Yeah, because black don't crack. It's something I don't have a ton of control over, but
That's fine. You could say that. That's you. But are you over 36?
I am. I will be 46 tomorrow.
All right. So we'll take away 10 and we'll play 36 for you. How's that? Just like that.
36, or play 4 and 6.
4 and 6. Okay, we can do that too. Yeah. I don't like the first 12 though. I just don't. You know, I'm not a big fan of first 12. No, I'm good. The second 12 and then the third 12. First 12, I never really give them a toss. Sort of like blondes. Just don't like him.
So play 23. It's cut it in half.
23. All right.
There you go.
Michael Jordan. Everybody wants to be like Mike.
Don't most men just cut it in half anyway?
Oh, my God. Well, I'm glad it's your birthday week and you're having a good time. But I, the Greek, I'm speaking for myself, not speaking for iHeart, management, or Francis. I never doubt you when you say something.
I appreciate that.
Now, if it was management, I would doubt them.
I'm a horrible liar anyway, so.
You're a bad liar? Franny's a bad liar, too.
Horrible liar.
Am I?
You think you're a good liar?
How do you know,
How
Greg?
do you know? Yeah.
I don't think you are. I think you're very honest with things.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad liar.
That
means I could be that good that you don't even know that I've been lying this whole
I
time.
think if you say to somebody you're a good liar, that's a bad quality
Well,
to
I
say.
just don't know if you could assume that I'm a good or bad liar.
I'm going to assume that you're not a good liar because you seem to be so honest and perfect.
So you're a bad liar.
I am.
I know.
I'm a very bad liar. I mean, I'm telling you right now. Who do you think's a better liar? Who are you talking to again? Sarah. Who do you think's a better liar?
Between you or Franny?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you judge is better. I think you lie more often.
That's fast.
Fib.
How do you know? You can't know. You don't know when I'm telling the truth or not. Nobody does.
We do.
No, you think you do. I'll tell you something that's so whacked and you'll be like, oh, my God, it's not true. And then it turns out it's true.
Yeah, but see, Greek, it's a show, so you.
You're right. You're right. I get confused sometimes. It's a show with real life. Did you know the same guy made the Eiffel Tower that made the Statue of Liberty? Did you know that?
You know, you used that this week already.
Who cares? You use it again? What do you go once a week and you use industry? That's a very interesting fact. I mean, if you're out someplace trying to impress somebody, I think that would really make somebody be like, wow, I didn't know that. I bet you 10 people you walk down the street that 8 out of 10 would say no. Easy. 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10 couldn't even tell you who our U.S. senators are of this state. But 10 out of 10 could tell you who our quarterback is and their Kardashians. Sarah, we got to go. We love your calls, and I do believe you take 10,000 steps, and I hope you have a great birthday week. Extend it to
your
a month.
birthday's tomorrow. Call us tomorrow.
Yeah, call us tomorrow.
I will.
All right. We love you. You're the best.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. It is the Greek and Francis and Dom. Jimmy's on vacation. We're coming back. Is that a lie or is that the truth? What do you think? What do you think? You think it's true?
What's the over-under?
Over-under? I think it's true, unless somebody comes in here and makes a phone call and says, hack it up.
You guys are out.
You guys are out.
Pulling the plug.
Pulling the plug. I think we're good for one more half hour. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
The first headline that was up on this article about the Taliban from the New York Times said, the Taliban have gone too far.
Just now?
When I saw that, I was like, did they just cross the line here? I was like,
the more I hear about this Taliban.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
We're less than 2 weeks away from our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, September 20th and 21st. Stream only on Hulu.
Get tickets while you still can now at AXS.com.
This year, you can be there to witness all of the incredible once-in-a-lifetime performances live and in person. Buy your iHeartRadio Music Festival tickets now, starting at just $55 plus taxes and fees at AXS.com.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Expressways look good for our afternoon commute. No delays on a 95, and the Turnpike is accident-free. We do have that road work in Boynton Beach. Lawrence Road shut down for road work between Hypoluxo and Lantana Road. Your detour, it's Military Trail. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
Hey, it's the Greek for Crazy Horse Saloon, our new sponsor for Greek's Gridiron, 4240 North Lake. Stop in there 7 days a week. Great food and a good vibe and a fun atmosphere. Live music Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays. And if you like football, I can't think of a better place. College or pro, Crazy Horse Saloon is your answer. Great lunch and dinner, and you'll have a great time. Greek's Gridiron will be back on September 20th. Crazy Horse Saloon. Put it on your list. Peace.
Come on out to our first Real Radio Miller Lite watch party of the season at Captain Hiram's this Thursday as Miami takes on Buffalo. Great food and drink specials, including $2 Miller Lite drafts Monday and Thursday from 7 p.m. till close, and Sundays from noon till close. Real Radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to the upcoming Miami game versus Tennessee. Kickoff is at 8:15 p.m. Captain Hiram's Resort, 1580 US 1 in Sebastian. See you there.
When I say Mo Better Garage has the largest selection of garage doors, it doesn't mean a warehouse full of crappy old doors we're trying to unload. We don't just go to the stockroom and grab something off the shelf that sort of fits. You're not buying a polyester suit off the rack over here. If we're going to help you find a gorgeous modern garage door that complements the architecture of your home, I think you deserve better than just a large, medium, or small. At Mo Better Garage, our direct supplier relationships with the best manufacturers means every garage door we install is actually a custom job. Our technicians measure your home precisely to manufacture a door exactly for your space. And we work with you to pick the color, design, and materials to get you the door that's perfect for you. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it nice. Custom nice.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? Hi, this is Dr. Adam Zuckerman with Coastal Weight Loss Secret, and I know the secret. Our unique weight loss program makes it easy to lose weight, get healthy, and get your energy back naturally, safely, and effectively. If you'd like to lose unhealthy fat without counting points or calories, no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no HCG, no injections, no drugs or surgery, call my office now at 561-464-3110 to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, it's the Greek. I give you winners all year long. I got another winner for for you. Coastal Weight Loss Secret. You guys will look great and you'll feel good. I work with 2 coworkers that have been on it and they've had great results. Call them today. 561-464-3110. Coastal Weight Loss Secret. Another winner. Pace.
Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. For your free private weight loss consultation, call 561-464-3110. That's 561-464-3110 or online at coastalweightlossecret.com.
Results may vary.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time nano moments.
Welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wendy's breakfast burrito has an entire breakfast in every bite. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, and sausage or bacon. So the first bite is like fresh sea sausage, cheese sauce. And the second bite is like fresh sea sausage, cheese sauce. And the third bite, you get the idea. The boss of breakfast burritos, gotta be Wendy's.
Participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's and Palm Beach, 7 days a week. That's where the beautiful ladies are. Open to 5 a.m. with a 5-star menu. And Sunday night is Midnight Madness. Every Sunday from 12 to 2. In the biz, 50% off drinks. Step right up, spin a wheel of madness, win amazing prizes. Sunday night at Monroe's. Get you ready for the week. Monroe's and Palm Beach. That's where all the sexy, beautiful ladies are. Peace.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Get the biggest deals on midsize John Deere Gators at Everglades Equipment. They start at $13,900 cash or go with 0% financing for 36 months. Visit evergladesfarmequipment.com. That's evergladesfarmequipment.com.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
The Greek Trifecta is sponsored by the Crazy Horse Saloon.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy as we move through the remainder of our Tuesday. Temperatures are near 90 degrees, but it's going to feel close to 100 when you factor in humidity. It's below heat advisory criteria, though. Scattered showers and some thunderstorms will move across the area throughout the day, too. Heavy downpours and localized flooding is our biggest threat. We'll see a few storms returning again tomorrow.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's best sale of the year, Labor Day sale. Save up to $900 on select adjustable mattress sets from Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Sealy. Plus, get up to a $300 instant gift for pillows and more.
It's the political heavyweight event.
We like a good fight.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump.
Here, we're going to have some fun, right?
Lace their verbal gloves and go for the knockout punch.
You know, when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for.
Which candidate will deliver?
I look forward to that debate.
Listen tonight right here or on iHeart's 24/7 News channel. Just search Debate on the free iHeartRadio app.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Listening to the Penthouse, Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. And always appreciate you guys listening to Rover in the morning and the News Junkies after the Greek Zone and the Locker Room on Saturdays. Jimmy's on vacation, but he's doing a bang-up job as we speak. It is Dominic.
Yo.
Francis is here.
I love it. Hey, what's up?
He worked on that, too. He's like, yo! Let's get a last trifecta of today there, Perry Cats.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, the Jets played last night. Jets, baby. And the Statue of Liberty did hold the torch for the whole game because Aaron Rodgers did not get hurt. I give him a B- last night, possibly a C. He's made me a ton of money over the years. I think he looked good. Offense was adequate at times, but again, he hasn't played for a year. The defense was the problem for the Jets. 49ers, 8 times they scored the last 8 times. They punted the first time, and then 8 in a row, they either got a touchdown or a field goal, winning 32-19. The game went over the total, and the 49ers covered in the first half and the game. And it was big news because right before the game, around 6:30, 6:45, McCaffrey's out. And everybody went crazy and bet the Jets. And my phone was blowing up. I knew something happened big. And I said, man, if you like the Niners, stick with the Niners. Don't change. Because that's the worst thing to do in sports betting is if you like something, you change at the last minute. Just go with your gut. And remember, if you're betting, you should always be betting with Hard Rock on their app. It's the only place in the state of Florida that you can bet. Yankees won last night 10-4, so the Yanks are in first place. Big night for them. Judges have been quiet home run-wise. He hasn't done as well. He was on an unbelievable pace, but all of a sudden he's quieted it down. Doesn't matter if the Yankees are winning, and obviously if they make the playoffs, that's what the important thing. AP Top 25 comes out weekly, and Georgia's number 1, no surprise. Hook 'em Horns, number 2. All right. We had him over Michigan on Saturday, so we're happy about that. Ohio State is 3, Mississippi's 4. Biggest upset of the week in college football was probably one of the biggest upsets in the last decade. Notre Dame, 28-point favorite. Not only did they not cover, they lost the freaking game. Oh, my God. Touchdown Jesus was probably going crazy. That's the kind of game where you got to make a change with your quarterback, something on defense, and possibly a coach being in trouble. 28-point favorite, and they were in South Bend. Not good for the Fighting Irish. Not much fight in the Irish on Saturday. And that is your last trifecta of the day. Peace.
All right. So I do have, hold on one second, text 47142. Started off with Real Radio. It's our dude Brett from Melbourne listening. iHeartRadio app. Hey, Franny, Greek, and Dom. My boss's wife, because we were talking about how these fitness trackers may not be correct, but it really wasn't. Like the discrepancy, the amount of it was off wasn't that much. Basically, every time it was incorrect, it was either going to be just a little bit over or just a little bit under. But Brett says here, hey, Franny, Greek, and Dom, my boss's wife used to walk 17 miles per day every day. Mm-hmm. That is a lot. Good
17
for
miles.
her.
Wow,
yeah, right?
Walk. Some people can't do that in their car.
That is. Does she work from home? That is a lot of walking. She has.
Or maybe she's a cocktail waitress at a casino.
She has backed down, but I was just saying she's just chit-chatting on her phone as she's like taking calls, walking around her neighborhood. But she has backed down to 14 miles per day now, which is still a lot. In October 2019, she walked a total of 1,070,000 steps. I think I'm reading that right. She was in first place in her Fitbit group. So that'll get you going, too, because you can connect each other to see who's walking more.
Yeah, you're doing it together.
A friendly competition. Why not? She averaged 35,000 to 40,000 a day steps. A doctor in her group out of this state runs 2 marathons every weekend. Just a lot.
What does she have time to do anything else?
No, but this is the doctor in the group who runs 2 marathons every weekend. This doctor does. That's in the group. She still ended up, just because as much as she walks, she still ended up with 300,000 more steps than him. Wow. Money's on the dresser just because of her daily, the daily mileage that she does.
Well, hopefully she doesn't walk out of his life. I mean, she's walking that much. That is crazy.
Out of whose life? His boss?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's insane. Good for her though.
Yeah. God bless her. It's a lot of walking.
Her legs are tired.
Now, you know how those people have competitions between each other?
Yeah.
I've also heard of people like putting the watch on their dog. Because you got to imagine your dog's taking a lot more steps than you probably.
And letting the dog beat a person? Yeah. So they're being dishonest.
Yep.
Oh, I hate that.
So people are shady, of course, especially when it comes to competition. So So my sister and her husband in Georgia, she's had a Peloton. She's the one that got me on the Peloton for years. So her and one of her best friends and their husband had a friendly competition. I think it was about 12 weeks they were doing to see who could ride the most miles on the Peloton. We do classes. And so my sister's husband, JJ, wasn't really riding that much, but then he got in it because it's competition. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. So she knows that they only have one Peloton. And you can see who's on. Like, I can see if my sister's on at the time because her and I follow each other on Peloton. Yeah. And I can even see what rides she's done. She can see what rides I've done, stuff like that. So they were like, there is 100% chance that they are cheating on this because at one time, her friends, and my sister and her husband were legit. I mean, to catch up, they would do 3 rides a day. But they were looking and they were like, how the hell are they riding 60 miles in one day? Her friends. And they were like, how the hell? So they gave some of their friends their login information to ride as them under their profile.
That sucks.
Because they would see this back to back. And even at one point, it said the girl's name was riding. And then it said
at the same time.
And her husband was riding. And they were like, but they only have one bike. How is this possible?
Oh, my God. Well, that's much to see.
Yep.
Was it for money or just competition?
It was a friendly, they were supposed to take each other out to a nice dinner.
Oh, man, and you got to cheat for that.
There was something there. Like, yeah, they were taking each other. But, I mean, that's how bad people want to win, that they'll do anything. Yeah.
It doesn't pay to cheat over that. What a bunch of scumbuddies. God, are you kidding me?
What if you had a bet on it?
Yeah,
you don't cheat. Just give them the friggin' dinner. If you got to cheat for a dinner punt, if it's that bad where you got to cheat with your friends, these are friends. These aren't like, I mean, you don't just do that. Just, I'll take you out to dinner. We don't have to sit at the same table. I'm not going to cheat and get my other friends. Then your other friends know about your biggest thing. If I could teach you anything in life, the best secrets in life are the ones where nobody knows. The more you tell people, you're going to get wing-banged. I mean, you're going to get nailed. My God, where are these people from? Georgia?
Wing-banged, yes.
No, stay out of Georgia.
Okay.
People cheat on bicycle things. I'm going to use that tonight, too, like 3 in the morning. Did you know, as I'm lighting the candle, did you know that people cheat on little competitions on that bike? Yeah. Oh, man, that is so bad. Glad people like that are in Florida.
Yeah.
There's only like the biggest scams in the whole country right here in Florida. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. And if you cheated on something, would it give you the same satisfaction? Wouldn't you feel bad? Like, hey, I cheated? Man, that's not good. Like if I knew the score of a game before the game happened, I wouldn't bet on it. I would feel bad.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We got Dom to get in and go, oh, yeah, okay. Maybe I wouldn't bet as much because I wouldn't want to tip it off. Because you know what? That's how people get caught with all this stuff. When it gets bigger and bigger, and anytime in gambling scandals that they have in sports, that's what happens. Like Arizona State a couple years ago, the kids were going carloads to the casinos and bet on Arizona State. That's how they nailed them. But something like this, I mean, it's all good fun, but they had to be embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like when they caught him, like, you didn't say, did your sister ever call him out? Like, hey, you guys.
No, they just saw it hapting, but.
So they didn't call him.
And they still went at it the honest way and still beat them.
Really?
Yeah. Like I said, like my sister, when she saw it, she would do 3 rides in one day.
Oh, wow.
Just to beat them.
I would tell them at the end, you guys cheated. I still kicked your ass. How pathetic is that?
See the look on their face. How do you know?
How do you know?
Well, that's the thing. She's going to wait until they get their dinner and then probably talk about it over dinner.
Exactly, yep.
Get your dinner first.
Oh, that'll be an awkward dinner.
Get your dinner first.
Talk about the Last Supper. People will know. They'll be like, oh, my God, you cheated and you didn't want to tell me? 877-927-6969. Drake Hill situation was not a good situation, I think, for everybody involved. But if you have an opinion and you like to give us a call or text us, let us know. Call us and give us a hit. We appreciate you guys always getting involved with the show in any capacity you want to get involved with. And again, it's just an opinion. If you have one and you want to get in, let us know. 10,000.
So I don't know if you have seen any pictures. And of course, everybody's just like, the first time I saw it, because it was over a year ago, I did the carnivore diet. My husband and I did it. And I started following some Instagram, Facebook pages to get a little bit more information on it. And I follow this doctor in particular. And I haven't unfollowed him yet. It's a lot of my feed, too. So I saw yesterday that he posted something like, you know, this is what happens when you go vegan. And he does. He always pokes fun on vegans, vegetarians, because he's a carnivore. And he's a doctor who's always lived by it and promotes that lifestyle. And so what he was talking about was this before and after with Dave Bautista. So, if you're not familiar, actor, used to be WWE.
Yep.
for a long time, but
he
now
lost a ton of weight.
He's transitioned to movies. So yes, it's a side-by-side of what he looks like now. And he's always promoted, he's not 100%, but he does a lot of plant-based protein and diet. And he's promoted that for a long time, even when he was huge. But he looks like a completely different person now.
Yeah.
If you've not seen. And so, of course, fans are concerned. He's not recognizable, making fun of his weight loss. I mean, they said like about, I don't know, maybe over 60 pounds is what I've read.
The thing with this guy, too, is that he also changed his whole look. He was on a red carpet. He has a different image now than he was.
I mean,
he's got a movie out right now.
He was wearing like pearl necklaces, and he's got this whole new look or whatever. But I mean, he does. He looks like a completely different person. But he let his facial hair grow out a little bit. He's a little bit more gray than he was. His head shaped different. But the weight loss is really, really what it was. And so I'm guessing, and that's what I thought it could have been, is that because he was on the red carpet, that he lost this role for a movie. And for a role, which a lot of people do.
Sure.
And so they said that, yeah, he's lost what they call 4 stones. I read 60 pounds while preparing for his starring role as a veteran assassin in this latest film called The Killer Games. So, of course, this new look was evident during a red carpet appearance. This is at the Toronto Film Festival, but everybody's talking like, oh, my God, what's wrong? Is he okay? Instead of going, and that could, I mean, what if he isn't? He could be sick, whatever it is, but people like to talk crap. But according to what I've heard, and if you know anything different, this was 100% for a role that he played in this film. And they just got, they wrapped up a little bit ago, but I mean, he hasn't put back on the weight. Will he? I don't know, but he does look.
He did weigh 265. I mean, if he lost 60 pounds, that's still 200 pounds. You know, I mean,
205.
Yeah, I mean,
he looks thin, but his also, like I said, his image has changed. He had a different image when he would be on red carpets. Now, like Franny just said, I noticed it too. He's got the pearls on. I think he's wearing Prada. Like he's so like.
It looks like Gucci.
So high end. You know what I mean? Like from where he was. And he just has, I don't know if the movie he just got done with, there's another movie he's just getting released now where he plays an assassin.
I just said that, yeah.
Yeah, but it can't be the same one. Well, I guess the movie was filmed.
They said he lost weight for this movie.
Yeah. Well, I know. The one that I just saw him, the preview in, he doesn't look thin. He looks thin on the red carpet, but he doesn't look thin in that one, is what I was trying to say.
I don't know.
But, yeah, he definitely looks different.
You can't stay that big that long, though.
Yeah, no.
That's true, too.
6'4", 265, like.
Yeah. Well, they also like for help.
Look at Dwayne Johnson. I mean, that guy's a beast and still is.
Yeah.
I don't know if, maybe slimmed down a little bit, but he's always been pretty big dude.
A couple of my friends met him this weekend at that conference in West Palm Beach. They said what you just said. They were like, he's so big.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Batista is 55, though, too. I think that's a little older than
The Rock. I think The Rock's 49, 48. Yeah, he's, I think Batista's Greek, by the way, that guy. So you never know with those Greeks. They always look good. What are you going to do?
Oh, yeah.
I did see that, though, where I was like, wow, he did look like he lost a lot of weight. But, again, I think people think with everything going on right now, and people are taking all this different stuff, what is it? And, again, is it like you're losing?
Semaglutide.
Yeah. Is he really, he or she, whoever it is, people say that right away. What are you taking? What are you on? When you see somebody lose weight. And some people go a little bit extra with it because, again, when you're out, and I think when you lose weight, people always tend to come up to you, male or female, and say, hey, man, you look great, or wow, you look great. And who doesn't like to hear that? So then you go home and maybe you do a little bit more. Who knows? As long as he's healthy, that's the important thing. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. That about wraps it up for us today. Dominic, great job as always. Thank you for showing up and doing everything you do and caring. It's nice that you care, and I like that you pulled those little strings on us today and you knocked on the window and you said, get focused!
Thank you, Franny. Thank you, Don, for everything. Thanks, Dom.
Franny, you get best dressed today. You look great. Thank you so much for everything you do with the blog, Instagram, what you bring to the table. This company's lucky that they have you. And I'm lucky that you work with me every day. Can't thank you enough.
So thick. Just laying it on.
Yeah, one more. I went one deep.
A layer
I went
was
too
super.
deep. No,
thank you, G-Man. Of course, once again, thank you, Dom, for filling in for Jimmy, doing a great job. And thank you for listening. And as G-Man mentioned, Real Radio 921, Instagram, check it out. If you want to go see Luke Bryan, that is our Just the Tip Tuesday Instagram post where you will have a chance to win tickets to go see Luke Bryan. That show is this Thursday, September 12th. At the I Think Financial Amphitheater. And you also get a $50 gift card to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. That place is fantastic. So do that because you have until 10 a.m. tomorrow to do so. And we will pick our winner and just keep a lookout for that DM, because that's where we're going to get in touch with you and be like, you're our winner to the Luke Bryan concert. G-Man, do you have any parting words?
2 thank yous I want to give. First of all, from Mo and Sally. He gave me a driver today, a brand new one. So, Mo, if you're listening, thank you so much. You're just a generous guy. And again, outside the building, I would say hi to you. You were so nice. And Kyle, special thanks to you, Kyle. I just checked my account. I appreciate what you put in there. Remember, things are not free in life. It is the Greek, Francis, and Dominic. And we want to say, have a great afternoon, everybody. Get a pedicure on me. Peace!